morning and welcome to week 7 of Friday Night Rivals. It's a beautiful evening for football here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium in Navarre, where the Raiders host the Escambia Gators. Filling in for Christian Garman, I'm Derek Diamond, joined along with Jeff Price. Jeff, Escambia comes into this game 1-4, Navarre 0-5.
Yeah, it's kind of a tale of two different weeks for them. For Navarre, they had a 20-0 lead going into the first quarter. Everything was feeling pretty good. They couldn't pull it out. The defense forced 5 turnovers. It was tough for them. They lost 29-26 to a really good Tate team, by the way. I want to go ahead and preface that. For Escambia, they're on the other side of the spectrum on this. Well, they were 0-4. Coach Bennett had talked about, hey, listen, before the game last week, we had them right here on Friday Night Rivals against Booker T. Washington. He said, we're going to win district. We're going to make the playoffs. We're going to try to make a run. Bold statement. They went out and drubbed Washington 22-3. Wasn't even close last week. Defense was lights out, but we'll get more to that at the keys of the game.
Off to a great start after that claim. Before we get into Jeff's keys of the game, let's turn it over to the third member of our team, Haley Samples. Haley?
Hey guys, we've got a great matchup ahead tonight, but this is no ordinary Friday Night Rivals game. It's homecoming for the Navarre Raiders, and the energy is absolutely electric. Both teams are definitely amped up for tonight's game. The fans have been trickling in slowly but surely. The teams have been warming up. We've got the cheerleaders here on the sideline, so safe to say it should be a good one, guys.
Thanks so much, Haley. Jeff, let's get into the keys to the game. We mentioned Escambia won their first district game of the season. What do they have to do to keep the momentum going?
I do what they did last week. They absolutely pressured the pass game. They forced four interceptions, 5 turnovers, 10 tackles for loss. There's so many stats. You got to give me a second. 6 sacks, 7 quarterback hurries. They were in the backfield all night long, and it proved costly for Washington. They couldn't get anything going. I expect them to pressure the quarterback. This is a pass-heavy team. They really don't run the ball very well. I expect them to run the same thing they did last week, and it'd be good luck for Navarre.
Speaking of Navarre, what do they have to do?
Well, I think they got to run the football. You got to take some of that pressure off. Look, the big boys up front, Buck Battle, Justice Payne, all those guys. We know how good the secondary is for Escambia, Royce and Jones and those guys. That was what they worked so well together last week. If they can run the football where Washington could not, I think they can open up. They got a really good quarterback. They got to give themselves a chance. They got some good wide receivers out there, but can they give their quarterback time? And can this defense make a stop? By the way, they have been giving up over 30 points a game.
Should be an interesting matchup. It's homecoming here at Navarre. Friday Night Rivals kickoff is coming up next.
You're watching Gene's Floor Covering, Friday Night Rivals.
Here at Navarre at Benny C. Russell Stadium, we're just moments away from kickoff. Filling in for Christian Garman, I'm Derek Diamond, of course, joined along with Jeff Price. Escambia won the coin toss and deferred, so we're going to get to see Navarre's offense take the field first.
Yeah, an offense last week, they jumped out. We talked about the 20-0 lead early, but part of that was a fumble recovery for a touchdown and then a punt block for a touchdown. So offense still got some work to do, but nonetheless, they're going to have to get off to a fast start tonight. If you sit here and get behind on Escambia, they're just going to possess the ball. They're going to beat you down with their defense. They're going to have to, Navarre's going to have to, we talked about it in the open, run the football, but they're going to have to be able to give their quarterback some time. I mean, Roman Marshall's a fantastic quarterback, no matter if it's Marshall or Allie Bryant coming in here. I mean, they got good quarterback play. They got some good receivers out there, but will they have enough time to get it to them will be the real question here tonight.
Number 16, Riley Campbell, back to kick off, and we're underway. Fielded at about the 10.
That's what you got to do.
Off to a nice start, down just past the 35-yard line, the 36 to be exact.
Now Zeke Burgess on the return.
And here we see Navarre's offense: Marshall, Sanders, Bridges, Robinson, Jones, Hoyla, Bates, Hughes, White, Hamlin, and Powers.
Yeah, Marquez White is the guy to look out for. You see those starting lineups sponsored by Florida Insurance Agency. That's the one everybody raves about. Marquez White, he's their go-getter. He's got over 400 yards. He's got over 4 touchdowns. The young man is a lightning rod. Now, don't sleep on the other guys as well. We talked about Connor Hamlin and Brody Powers. But White's the one I'm interested to see how Escambia, if they're willing to play man-to-man, which you know Coach Bennett feels confident in his defense. Looks like that's what he's going to do starting out right here.
First and 10 from the 36. Hand off, and not much there.
Sanders off right tackle.
And Curtis Sanders. You see the Escambia defense. This is a bunch last week that just was a terror to Booker T. Washington and Rollins. We talked about Justice Payne and Buck Battle. Johnson, McDaniel, Landrum, Bowens, Johnson, Bryant, DeJalen Benjamin, and Royson Jones are probably the 2 best safeties in the area. Interested to see how they play tonight. And right on cue.
And there's a pick.
That is Daniel McDaniel.
Intercepted.
Daniel McDaniel with a nice return. He's going to be down at the 10. And yeah, Escambia's defense picking right back up where they left off last week.
I mean, we just talked about the secondary, and look, this throw, I thought it was a decent throw, just too high. I mean, you got to throw it a little bit, hit your guy in the chest, short throw. Who was he going to? None other than Marcus White. And we expected it, but look, man-to-man across the board, Escambia just feels like they're that much better than you.
Of course, thank you to Pete and Heating and Air for our instant replays, and we've got an early trip into the Synovus Red Zone.
How about that, starting off? Get to see this Escambia offense. Billy Dunn at the helm at quarterback. We'll get that starting lineup in just a minute.
There's the handoff to James Simpson, and he's going to be maybe gained a yard on that play.
Yeah, look a little discombobulated what they want to do, and you see this offense. Look, they do well enough. They don't turn the football over a lot. Billy Dunn, Simpson, Downs. But Downs a heck of a player, Cam. This whole team's good. Taylor, Dunn, Perry, Zion Miller, Neil Ridgely, Ingle, and Dion Leggs. Again, Florida Insurance Agency bringing you those starting lineups tonight.
It's going to be second down. Well, maybe not.
Reset the clock. Here we go.
It's be second and goal at about the 10, 9.5-yard line. There's the snap. Simpson takes it again, and nothing doing there.
How
about that?
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage by
number 90, Bryce Wheeler. Speaking of Navarre defense, Bryce Wheeler, Casina, Wilden, Lee, Strom, Theisen, Longo, Moses, Bishop, Jones, and Burgess make up that Navarre defense.
Yeah, Wheeler is he is the catalyst on defense for him. Really tough. The junior comes in, 3 sacks, 6 tackles for loss, averages almost 9 tackles a game. He is the guy on that defensive front that has to find a way to get in that backfield, and so far so good for the Raiders.
3rd and 10.
Drop
Done
pass.
with the pass, but now it's drop pass, and that's going to bring up 4th down. That was intended for the junior, number 33, Chris Dunn.
Well, hey, that's about as well as you can play it for Navarre. The offense turns it over. You get the ball inside the Synovus red zone, and Escambia can't do anything with it. Credit to that defensive front of the Raiders.
Got the field goal unit out.
25 yards out.
Riley Campbell back for the field goal attempt.
Oh, it's blocked. And look at this. How about this? Open your Friday night with us.
Absolutely. Navarre responded about as well as you can given the turnover.
How about that? Both defenses coming up big. Special teams. Remember, we talked about this last week for that big 20-0 run that they had to start the game for the Raiders. It was a block punt. This time they're doing it on field goal. So, hey, listen, again, worst case scenario, you get the turnover, you're inside the 10 right there. Your defense steps up big time and gets the block.
Ali Bryant sets up as a quarterback behind the line of scrimmage.
So we got Matthew Lee on the block, number 36 for the Raiders. Huge.
Navarre's going to take over at about their 14-yard line. There's the snap. Here's with the handoff, and not much doing there.
Yeah, it's going to be tough sledding to run the football with those big boys up front. We talked about Buck Battle and Justice Payne and crew, and boy, they are a load up there. And looks like we got a Gator down.
He's on the stop. He's shaking up on the play.
And Cade Rollins down. Well, you hate to see that. It's bad enough he's got that ankle taped up, and he's already kind of leaning on it a little bit. So, man.
So, yeah, you hate to see that. All right, well, we're going to step away. We'll be right back here on Friday Night Rivals. Here we see Cade Rollins, we hope he's okay. Certainly, we always hate to see injury is part of football, but we do still hate to see it. 2nd down and 9. There's the handoff.
Look at this.
With a nice gain. Curtis Sanders with a nice gain. That's going to be enough for a Pensacola State College first down.
Yeah, interesting little play here. Nice wrinkle. Haven't really seen a whole lot of this. Not too many teams running this. They run a little trap backside. Watch this. They fake the pitch behind. Trap back inside right there. He just outruns Justice Payne to the sideline. Great first down for the Raiders.
1st and 10 from about the 29-yard line. There's the snap. Quarterback keeper. That'd be good for maybe a yard or two down at the 30.
Yeah, again, Buck Battle, number 10. He's going to be huge in this game tonight. He wreaked havoc last week. I expect him to do the same thing again. Very athletic. He can play defensive end, defensive tackle. You could probably line him up at linebacker. You'd probably fill the Gatorade up if you want him to. But he played that option perfectly, stepped right in between both of them and forced the quarterback keeper right there. Tackle.
That was actually a loss of about 1, so it's going to be 2nd down and 11. There's the pass, and it falls incomplete. Intended for number 2, Connor Hamlin. That's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Yes, you get a big first down rushing, and then here we go. We get a little bit of a defensive pressure there. Then like a nice throw over the top. But look, we were wondering how Bennett was going to play. His defense, was he going to go man-to-man against these really talented receivers? He is going single man across the board for him, so he's got a lot of faith in his guys.
It's going to be 3rd down and 11.
Oh, boy, just ran nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go on that one. Escambia snuffed that one out, and that's going to bring up 4th down and about 12 or 13.
Yeah, so again, Escambia's defense bends, but they do not break. And you see right there, Allie Bryant in there, number 5. They're going to rotate quarterbacks at times, especially depending on the run play, whatever it may be. You've got both Roman Marshall and Allie Bryant that can absolutely sling it if they need to as well, but both are really good running threats. Hey, Derek, we talked about this before the game. We were watching Jacob Bishop back there, the punting game here for Navarre. And look, I know you're maybe scoffing at what I'm saying, but this punter, watch this, folks. He is fun. Extremely high kick. You are not going to return it on this young man all night.
Escambia calls for the fair catch. And my neck still hurts from looking up at the hang time from pregame.
I mean, we were literally on the field pregame watching him, and we had heard, hey, he's pretty good. Watch it. And, sometimes we hear punters are good. It's like, well, is that really what you want? Okay. We'll hear him out. He punted it. We lost sight of it. It finally came down about 10 seconds later. But, the special teams, I'm telling you, Navarre, that's something that obviously they're 0-5 right now, but special teams looking pretty darn good for them this season.
1st down for Escambia at the 39.
Billy Dunn checks to see if coach likes what he called. Oh, boy. How about some defensive pressure of their own?
Nothing there.
Lead the way for the Raiders. Loss on the play.
Yeah, Matthew.
Matt Lee with the sack.
This defensive front, they're quick. They'll come out to the quarterback. 14 sacks this year, and look, nothing doing, not biting on the play action fake. In the backfield is the Raiders again.
That's going to be a loss of about 6, so 2nd down and 16 from the 34-yard line. Back to pass. There's a catch. Uh-oh. Oh, and he's in space.
Billy Dunn's pass completes to number 4.
Kashawn Downs with the big-time catch.
Well, last week, I feel like every other play, Kashawn Downs had the ball in his hand, rightfully so. He was a first-down machine for him last week. And, man, oh, man, he is already starting off hot in this game right here, getting a big first down.
That's a first down and then some. We're going to take a break here. It's a water break, so we'll be back here on Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching Gene's Floor Covering, Friday Night Rivals.
First and 10 Gators at the 25.
After that big-time catch by Kashawn Downs, Escambia is knocking on the door. First down and 10 from the 25-yard line. There's the handoff to Simpson.
How about this?
Number 3.
Big stop there by number 41, Braden Thyssen.
Yeah, Braden comes in and does not let go. I mean, this is great. You know, they're getting pressure back there. Look, I don't think you're going to outrun them. They've got too much speed. And look, that's just wanting it more than the other guy, hanging on for dear life and waiting for the rest of the crew to get there.
Well, we were talking about this before the game, Jeff. This is going to be a defensive battle, and that's ringing true so far.
Yeah, both these teams, I mean, you go through who Navarre's played this year. You know, Catholic, Choctaw, Mosley, Milton, Tate. I mean, Tate's 5-1, by the way. I want to make that known. And Escambia's played just the toughest schedule as well. So, I mean, both these teams are battle-tested. That's why I said it's tough with the records, but, you know, it's not like these guys have played nobodies.
There's the pass to Simpson, but not much there. Maybe even lost a yard there on the play.
Number 4, Zeke Burgess.
Yeah, Zeke Burgess.
Stop for the Raiders.
Yeah, it's going to be a loss of 1, so another 3rd and long situation here for the Gators.
3rd and about 17, loss of 1 in that play.
Well, here we go. You know, again, both teams getting a big first down, and both teams now on 3rd down behind the sticks. Escambia they want to go 50-50. That's when you look at their yards per game, you look at how they run their offense, they're about 170. That's what they want to stay. It's going to be tough to do that tonight.
Back to pass.
Oh.
Falls incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th and long. That was intended for number 19, Kyron Perry.
Yeah, great play over the top. I mean, just tough coverage. Just great job by the secondary. He runs a corner route, but almost, I mean, a beautiful throw by Dunn. And you know, here we are, 4th in no man's land. I mean, if you punt, how much do you really gain? You punt, but you get a chance to knock it back to the 25, the touchback. I think they're going to try and go for it.
Yep, offense is staying out on the field, it seems like.
And first down, we'll take it to the 16-yard line.
Dunn back to pass.
Uh-oh.
Under pressure. Pass is complete to Kyron Perry, but he's going to be stopped well short of the first down. Navarre takes over.
Another great defensive stand by the Raiders, and we talk about both these defenses and you know how suffocating last week Escambia was. And look, again, just a disheartening loss for the Raiders, being up 20-0, losing that game to Tate 29-26. This is a team playing with their hair on fire right now. I mean, this is an exciting bunch.
Well, that's something else we talked about, too. Both these teams, they need the win. So we're going to see the best of both Escambia and Navarre tonight as Navarre takes over at about the 21-22-yard line.
Allie Bryant's in at quarterback for him. It's Marquez White.
Probably won't be the last time we mention his name tonight.
Yeah, trying to any way they can to get the ball in his hands. Like, you got to get your playmakers the ball, and Escambia secondary is going to make that tough. We already know that, but I like the play call. Just nothing doing right here. Even better job by Escambia front 7.
It's going to be 2nd down and 13 from about the 19-20-yard line. Back takes the snap. There's nothing much there.
Intended for number 2, Connor Hamlin, incomplete.
Yeah, Bryant struggled a little bit. A little too tall. I mean, not that there was a whole lot of room open for Hamlin. I mean, you almost got to make that perfect pass, but he keeps sailing it. Boy, it's dangerous territory with those safeties just lurking back there.
Be 3rd down. Another 3rd and long. I feel like most, if not every drive, has had a 3rd and long situation. Bryant takes the snap.
He's going to throw it up.
Oh, and it's caught!
How about this?
Oh, wow, what a game by number 11, Brody Powers, with the big-time catch.
Brody Powers, I mean, look, how about this throw by Bryant, by the way, just dropping it in the old breadbasket. Look at this.
Just a beautiful, perfect pass.
Right where it needed to be.
Boy, Charles Lyons, a junior DB back there, doesn't get his head around, kind of does the best he can, put his arms away without pass interference. But how about that by Mr. Powers? Even better throw by Bryant.
And after that big gain, it's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 22-yard line. Escambia, or Navarre knocking on the door, excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Looked like he lost the football, but there is a flag.
Penalty marker on the play.
Yeah.
Pence. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
I believe that was the center
First down.
for 67. Kyle Hughes snapped right there and then had to turn around and jump on. Maybe it wasn't.
That's going to be
62. Connor Bates.
That's going to be a loss of about 4 or 5. The first and about 15. A little bit of a high snap. That pass is going to fall incomplete. That brings up 2nd down.
It's just tough. That defensive front's getting after on Escambia, kind of what we saw last week. And Navarre's trying to get the ball out of Bryant's hands quick, which, I mean, that's a great game plan, but obviously they're shading to that one side. And that, I mean, look at that. Buck Battle just stays put, doesn't try to go through the block, gets his hands up. That is textbook.
2nd down coming up. Bryant takes the snap. It's caught, but not much there. The Escambia defense is all over that one. That was number 1, Marquez White.
Yeah, White again trying to get something over the middle just to be able to get him in some space. Problem is that space, boy, it tightens down real quick.
And that's going to bring up another 3rd and long situation.
Hey, watch this. Little bit of space, runs right into a man.
Helping him out. 3rd down, 3rd and 16 from the 28-yard line.
Crucial 3rd down here for Navarre. Bryant takes the snap.
Oh, boy.
Ollie
And
Bryant's
it
pass.
is incomplete. That pass intended for Brody Powers.
Bring up 4th down.
It's going to bring up 4th and long.
It's going to be close. I think they're right out of Jack Byer. His range, beautiful. Look at this nice ball. Just receiver nowhere to be found right there. And yeah, looks like they're going to try it. They're going to give it a shot here.
4th down.
Here comes Jack Byer for the field goal attempt.
Be a 46-yarder.
A 45-yard.
Byers' long this year is 43. He is 3 for 3 this year. Uh-oh. How about this? Oh, no. Throw it away, young man. How about that? Great job, by the way, number 9, Roman Marshall. Just to get that ball, or get it out. Holy cow.
You see the high snap there. To his credit, Marshall tries to get rid of it, but Escambia is just all over it. They weren't fooled by the trick play. Escambia is going to take over at about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, you saw number 7, Terrion Carter, get his hands up, almost gets an interception. Boy, crisis averted. I mean, look, it's not, you tried to run a different play there, bad snap. They've had a couple bad snaps tonight, but just the fact they were able to get rid of that football is a little bit of a blessing in its own.
Absolutely. So we see Escambia's offense take the field once again.
28-yard line.
We're going to go with a split back set.
And there's the pass. Pass is complete for a gain of about 4.
Daniel Johnson.
It's going to be 2nd down and 6.
Down by number 6, Jacob Fisher.
Great Daniel Johnson.
4 brings up 2nd down and along 6.
Great job breaking down, making the tackle. We see the split back setup here now. Number 27 in the backfield, that's Jaquez Lutley. Remember, they brought him in last week, and boy, he is a load. He's more of the power back. He's got a little bit of speed to him as well.
There's the handoff to Simpson. Takes it around the edge.
Great
for a
tackle.
nice gain. Yeah, great tackle there by number 14. 24,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Jaden Jones.
Jaden Jones.
Saves what, if he gets that sideline, who knows what happens. I thought he was just short of the first down, but just enough to move the sticks.
They're going to give it to him, and that is a Pensacola State College first down. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 38. Again in the split back set. Dunn's going to keep it for a gain of a couple. Spot him down at about the 41-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 3.
We're thoroughly impressed with this defensive front of Navarre. It looks like he's got a lane to run, and it closes down real quick.
Absolutely.
40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. This quarter has flown by.
That it has, my friend. Dunn takes the snap. Pitches it to Simpson. Simpson's still on his feet.
Brought down short of the line of game.
Be 3rd and short.
It's going to be 3rd and short. He was down at the 46, so that's going to be 3rd and about 3 as the clock winds down, and it's looking like that might be our last play of games. We see the Heating and Air instant replay.
A little option pitch right there, another wrinkle.
It's 3rd down.
All right, that's going to wrap up quarter number 1. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back here on Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching Gene's Floor Covering, Friday Night Rivals.
Jeff, I don't know about you, but I got hungry all of a sudden.
Yeah, look, by the way, the Navarre Band Boosters, that's the place to be right there, their concession stand. They hooked us up with some fried Oreos they're so famous for, so very grateful. Obviously, if you're watching this, you're probably not here, but if you are here, go on over to the concession stand over there.
Absolutely. Always top-notch service. Escambia, 3rd and short, looked like Dunn kept the ball there. It's going to be maybe gain 1 or 2 yards. They're going to mark him down at the 47.
Looks like he's short of the line of game.
So that's going to bring up 4th down and about a yard.
Looks like they're talking about something here. I'm interested. I mean, it's not close enough to bring out the chains.
Mike Bennett there, curious.
See our Reesburg Institute hearing huddle. Wish we could hear what they're talking about.
I know, absolutely.
Okay, look, now they're going to move it up. They moved the yard marker up, so, I mean, according to that, that's a first down.
Yeah, that was very, very close.
They are going to bring the chains out. I think it's the first time all year we've seen the chains come out.
I believe you're right.
How about this? I mean, where the spot is, looks like he's short.
Yeah, it looks like he's short by about a yard, maybe half a yard.
Look at that. Great, great spot. Ref, we need you to just scoot back a little bit.
Great camera work there by our crew.
Just a hair short.
Just a hair.
Just was it an NFL a couple years? couple years ago, the old credit card incident where you just put the credit card. He's like, "Yep, no." Oh boy, Bennett is.
He is not
feisty.
happy.
To be fair, that's him a lot of times.
True.
Which is funny because when the game's not going on, he is one of the nicest guys around. So.
Absolutely.
Get him.
Never at a loss for words.
Timeout, Escambia. Reminder to check out the concession stands.
All right, let's send it down to Haley.
Tonight's homecoming game has been off to a great start. Before kickoff, we saw every single member of the homecoming court ride down on top of cars along the field. It was quite the grand entrance, and they're going to be announcing the winner of Homecoming Queen coming up at halftime, and the anticipation is definitely building. If you take a look over here, you can see all the friends and family members of the entire homecoming court sitting here waiting for the big announcement. But students tell me tonight's game is really just the beginning of HoCo weekend here at Navarre. The big dance is tomorrow night, so the fun is really just getting started. Guys, back to you.
How about that?
Yeah, thanks so much, Haley. Yeah, it is that time of year already for homecoming.
Yeah, getting some people some airtime over there.
Absolutely.
Not just the kids out there, the parents, ones making it happen. So after Coach Mike Bennett gave his teaching, we'll say his lesson right there. Looks like Escambia is gonna punt it away.
Set the punt. Ryder Longo back team for the Raiders.
Escambia back to punt. There's the snap.
Spiral.
Nice punt. He's caught it about the 14.
Look at this.
Oh.
Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. He's not going to go.
And he's finally taken down inside the 35 at about the 32. That was Ryder Longo with a very nice return for Navarre.
But, as always, accustomed to how we do things here on Friday Night Rivals, we've got a flag. So it looks like, you saw the block in the back right there on the replay. Just an unnecessary block in the back as well.
And the return, block in the back, return team, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, first down Navarre.
Block in the back on the Raiders.
And what was a very nice return is going to be brought back due to block in the back penalty.
Good field position.
Man, get that bigger. Here we go. Watch this. Watch the 41 right there. Pushes him out. Pretty sure that's the only one that I saw, but again, just kind of unnecessary. Wasn't trying to be a block in the back, but just making sure he cleared the lane.
So that's going to bring the ball back to just inside the 30 at the 29-yard line as the Raiders take over. Early in the second quarter, still no scores. It's been, as we talked about, a big-time defensive battle.
Penalty marker on the play.
Looks like we may have another flag.
Ball just kind of like
Delay
popped out.
game. Offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Yeah, so here we go, another penalty, shooting yourself in the foot there. And like you said, 0-0 right now. It's one of those, hey, listen, if you like points, go home. Well, you're probably already home. So.
If you're an old-school defensive football fan, this is the game for you.
Yes, it is.
So that's going to bring the ball back 5 yards to the 24. Here's the snap. And it falls incomplete, but it's a bit of a dangerous throw there.
Yeah, triple coverage. Just Marquez Whitey was who he was going for again. He's trying to get the ball to him, but just a touch high, still a catchable ball. The problem was there was 3 Gators just waiting there.
It's going to bring up second down again at the 24-yard line.
Watch this. They put Wyatt in motion. He goes to throw it. Right there, kind of alligator arms it. No pun intended, by the way. I said alligator, not gator.
I see what you did there. It's going to bring up second down.
Play clock.
There's the snap.
He's got the edge.
Takes the edge, and there's a nice gain by Sanders. He's going to be marked down at the 36, and that's going to bring up third down and 3.
Yeah, runs a strong side, just runs outside right there, trying to use his athleticism and picks up, look, which third and manageable for him on offense.
Third and short here.
Bring a whole slew of Raiders in. Something else it looks like Navarre's trying to do is look that big defensive front. If you run right at them with Escambia, it's tough. But maybe he can tire them out. Maybe they're going sideline to sideline here, wear them down.
You see Escambia here making some substitutions. Big third down here for Navarre.
Yeah, Navarre wanted to call a timeout. They didn't look like they were happy with what was going on.
Timeout, Navarre.
All right, Navarre takes a timeout, and we're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be right back here on Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching Gene's Floor Covering, Friday Night Rivals.
Back here on Friday Night Rivals here in Navarre. Navarre trying to convert a big third down here. They're 3rd and 3 at their own 36-yard line.
Oh, and they got him.
They got him. You're right.
Great time to call the hard count. That's going to be one of those easy first downs.
5-yard penalty that results in a first down.
And that is for 71, Zion Miller. He checked in the jumbo package, plays a little offensive line for him, and it's a little too antsy right there.
And that's going to bring up our Hampton Imports first down at the 41.
We can always get on YouTube at Irishville Sports Live.
Right, takes the snap, hands it off to Sanders. He battles his way for a gain of about 3 or 4 down at the 45.
And boy, those 3 or 4 yards are so huge because they have struggled to run the football inside. They kind of gave up on it for a little while, but 3-4 yards right there allows those running outside C gap to open up for them. We'll see what they do here.
Bring up second down and 6 at the 45. Right, takes a snap, hands it off to Sanders again. Goes up the middle for a gain of a couple. I'm going to mark him down at the 48-yard line, so again, another 3rd and manageable.
Yeah. Now we're getting to see Navarre possess the ball a little bit, and how about this? They're doing it by running the football, even more important.
Another big 3rd down here for Navarre as Bryant takes the snap.
Oh, boy, he's hanging all over the jersey.
Molly Bryant's pass.
Pass was intended for Marquez White, number 1.
Intended on the near side. Number 1, Marquez.
And you see they're going to try to force feed White the ball, get the 50-50 ball, and boy, that was tough. Daniel Johnson playing tough corner, but I thought he had a hold of the jersey.
Coverage for the
Man, no call though, just tough defense. That's what it goes down as.
That's going to bring out the punting unit.
Back to punt. Back deep for the Gators. Number 8,
Jacob Bishop back
Daniel Johnson.
for the punt.
And number 3, James Simpson.
James Simpson back to receive. Punt is away.
It's another beauty. Look at this. Look at this. Did it get in
It's a
there?
nice bounce.
By number 6.
Oh, it's at the 1.5 yard line.
What a punt
Wow.
by Jacob Bishop.
Backs up Escambia.
Holy
Looks like it's at the
cow.
1 yard line. Let's hear it for
Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. This is coffin corner kick. You know, you play in the video game, you always try to get it, you still couldn't get it even on the video game. Well, young man stepping up here just doing it like it's nothing.
He said, I don't need a controller.
No kidding. Got that boot.
So it's going to be marked down at the 1 yard line. So now Escambia, tall task to drive 99 yards to see if they can get our first points of the game.
Yeah, no big deal, right?
No big deal whatsoever.
Yeah, no mistakes. That's the only issue. Remember, if there's a holding and the quarterback's in the end zone, it's a safety.
Dunn's pass.
Dunn's pass is incomplete.
Intended for number 4, Keshawn Downs.
Intended for Kashawn Downs, number 4.
I thought that was intended for right there, number
Number
8,
eight.
Daniel Johnson. Downs was in the area, but it was after the ball was, look, quick, but he was open, by the way. Just a little too tall right through his hands. Boy, if he catches that, he might be off to the races.
Yeah, half the distance to the goal. Second down.
Well, half the distance of a foot and a half, I guess. You do the math.
Sideline interference called against.
I don't have my stat sheet with me, so I'm
Yeah,
not.
no, you're off duty for stats today.
Back him up half the distance to the goal line.
We're just going to slightly move the ball back.
Just one of those, you just take your foot, the side of it, and just kind of bump it. Yeah, that's good enough.
When they tell you take a small step back. you need a
Sideline
very small
interference. Escambia, the penalty is declined. Second down.
It's going to be second down.
Because how much further could you move them back, right? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Decline it.
step. Exactly.
After the decline penalty.
That's going to bring up second down.
Everybody's feet are in the end zone.
Big second down play here coming up. Dunn takes the snap.
Oh, how about
and it's
this?
picked off.
Pick
and it's
6.
Jacob Bishop.
Picked off by Jacob Bishop.
Boy,
And he's in for the touchdown.
Jacob Bishop to the house.
Jacob Bishop
That makes your
doing
score
it all.
6. Gators 0.
Jacob Bishop's the punter, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I mean, he just does everything, huh? A little both ways, just playing. Look at that.
Played the ball
another
beautifully.
overthrow. If he throws it down, he's got his man, but another tall pass for Dunn. You don't see that a lot with him. And boy, Mr. Bishop, well-deserved, young man. How about this for this Raiders defense?
Jacob Bishop with the pick 6 as Navarre attempts the extra point.
Jack Byer on for the extra point.
The kick is up, and it's good.
That kick is up and good. To your score,
All right, we're going to go to a break. We'll be right back here on Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching Gene's Floor Covering Friday Night Rivals.
it is the spooky season here on the Gulf Coast. We're here on Friday Night Rivals at Bennett C. Russell Stadium here in Navarre. Navarre with the first point scored of the game off a pick six by Jacob Bishop.
Yeah, how about that? The defenses. We talked about how good the Escambia defense was, and when you look at Navarre, their defense, look, this is how many points they've given up throughout the season. 42, 42, 36, 53, and 29 last week. You're thinking, okay, these guys they're not very good. There's a reason they're 0-5. No. Look, let me read the opponents off. Pensacola Catholic, Choctaw, Mosley, Milton, and Tate. The combined, there's like maybe 2 or 3 losses in there max.
Doesn't get much tougher than that.
That's what I'm saying. So this is a team that's been battling all year long, and they still got a chance. They got a district game against Crestview, Pace, and Niceville still ahead of them, even though they lost that one. But they got to Tate, so we'll see what happens.
Or their reef runner remodeling and repair.
Look at this.
Look, the onside kick.
Oh, no.
And it looks like Escambia falls on it.
Onside kick attempt recovered by the Gators, number 21.
Gutsy play call by Navarre.
And Coach Bagley pulling out all the stops. I love it. I love it. You get some momentum. Defense gets a pick six right there. Everything seems to be going your way. Uncle Mo on your side. And look, it was a great one by Beyer, by the way. Look at that. It's just, you can't ask him a better onside kick for the young man.
Beautiful kick, but Alonzo Harris, number 21, falls on it. Escambia is going to take over at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10.
Dunn sets up with number 3, James Simpson, on the line of scrimmage.
Dunn takes the snap, hands off to Simpson, nothing there. But he's still fighting, but he's brought down after maybe a gain of 1.
The Raiders, number 36.
Yeah, 36 again. We've said his name, Matthew Lee. Boy, Matthew Lee stepping up in a big spot. How about that for a gain of 1?
Gain of 1 brings up 2nd down and 9.
It's going to be a gain of 1, so it'll be 2nd and 9. Dunn takes the snap, and pass is complete.
Dunn's pass complete over the middle of number 2.
That's Daniel McDaniel.
Daniel McDaniel with the big-time catch, and he's brought down at about the 36.
Yeah, another quick pass over the middle, and look, they've had a couple of these open, just been a little too high or off the hands of the receiver. And this time, you see, look, they can gash them over the middle. No safety over the top. And great pass and catch right there.
After that big gain by McDaniel, 1st and 10 from 36 as Escambia tries to respond to the pick six. Of course, that was a Hampton Imports first down.
Uh-oh. Look at this. There's nowhere to go once again.
Simpson fights, but still a loss of about 2, so he's going to be brought down at about the 42.
Yeah, how about the senior right there, Landon Johns, number 20.
The 38, excuse me.
Bryce Wheeler in on there.
Tackle for loss by
He's going to bring up 2nd and 12 for Escambia.
Braden Thiessen, by the way, in on that tackle as well.
And takes the snap. He keeps it.
Got some room.
He's going to fight, but after a nice gain, he is brought down inside the 30 at about the 28-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd and about 2.
And this is where, last week, Escambia would literally just bring the jumbo set in there and push Washington back. And not so easy sledding tonight with this Raider front.
Big 3rd down here for Escambia. Here's the snap. Hand off to Simpson. And he gets the 1st down and then some. Brought down inside the 20 at the 17. Inside the Synovus red zone.
Yeah, great. Look, again, I just talked about how tough it is to run, but great job by the offensive line creating a gap. And look, Simpson doesn't need much space, but he's got to have some kind of space to get moving downhill. And we got a water break. So, look, I know we got a second here. I want to go to the Closet by Design. The School Spirit Closet by Design sponsor right there. Niceville up 17-0 on Godby. Baker and Northview, the big battle right there. Highway 4, 7 at half. Booker T, Washington, and Pensacola. Booker T's up 16-14 right now. But while we got another second, let's go down to our sideline reporter, Haley Samples. Haley, what you got?
Well, hey guys, one of the best parts about watching a game under the Friday night lights is having a snack to go along with it. Now, Jeff, Derek, I don't know if you guys have had a chance to visit the concession stands, but I was over there earlier, and the student volunteers tell me that the fried Oreos are probably their most popular item. I would show you, but I already devoured mine. But the cool thing is they have a tip jar up there, and all the money goes towards the band. So it's like a 2-for-1. You get to treat yourself and support the school, guys.
Hey, I'm telling you, we had those fried Oreos, and yeah. Love to be. Maybe I'll try to slip out of here at halftime. You got it, Derek?
I got it.
I'll go grab us something.
Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate that, Haley.
Absolutely. 1st and 10. Pass is complete. Simpson takes it out of bounds. Looks to be just inside the 10 at the 9.
Yeah, Cam Taylor, by the way, sealing the edge, number 14. Love to see wide receivers get out more, man. Just the whole package. And watch, going to run outside, or a little pass outside. Cam Taylor, number 14, watch him close it off right there. Great job.
Bring up 2nd down and 2. Inside the 10. Simpson takes the handoff.
He's maneuvering his way.
And he fights for a couple of extra yards. And looks like he's going to be marked down at the 7.
Looks like that'll be enough. The referee looks like he's right on it.
We'll give that a tackle, number 97.
Oh, no, they're going to call him short, about a half-yard short.
3rd and inches.
Uh-oh, checking in, number 10 for Escambia, Buck Battle. Saw this a little bit. He'll come in on jumbo packages.
2nd down and 9.
Great job by Simpson. Look at trying to maneuver, get whatever he can, understanding not a whole long way to go.
Huge 3rd down here for Escambia. Simpson takes the handoff.
Simpson off the right hand
Simpson's
side.
still on his feet.
Uh-oh, he's going in. Waiting for the signal. There it is.
There it
Touchdown,
is.
Escambia.
Simpson with the touchdown. What fight in Simpson to get those few extra yards for a touchdown.
You saw him maneuvering right there, James Simpson. It has been tough sledding for him tonight. The offensive line's been battling all night as well. Watch it right here. Got a sidestep right there. Wow, about those moves, and then just gets behind his offensive lineman. And look at this. He's by himself pretty much now. He will not go down. A little swinging gate here. Let's see if they actually go to it. Yeah, they will. Did he get a foot in? No, he did not. Well, Clayton Sanders, they run that swinging gate. They like the numbers. And look, you've got all your guys battled over. If you've got one-on-one, you like your numbers, you'll move over, you'll run the play. Those are a little too tall.
2-point conversion is no good.
Watch this. Throws it up. Just a little less air. Gets it down. He's got his man. And
just outside.
Man, oh, man. Well, we got a second here. Some more scores around the area for you. Last I heard, Christian, his daughter's in the homecoming court at West Florida. That's where he's at tonight. Congratulations. Proud dad moment right there,
absolutely.
By the way. West Florida was up on Gulf Breeze 21-0. Right now, Madison County at home. Well, Pace, the Patriots, they've been rolling all year, by the way. Really fantastic team. Well, Pace is down 12-7 to a really good Madison County team. Saraland's up 21-0 on the road at Baldwin County. Choctaw, I mean, how good is Choctaw? Just keeps impressing people. They're up 24-0 right now on the road at South Walton. And Fort Walton Beach up on McCullough, 7-6.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for that score update. Yeah, Choctaw and Pace they've been impressive. We've seen both those teams this season, and I'm honestly at a loss for words as to how good they are.
Yeah, it is. It's special. You know, we heard from some people from Navarre tonight. They were talking about Choctaw, and they were like, "You guys seen Choctaw?" It's like, "Yeah, we've seen them a couple times." What'd you think? Yep. They're him, as the kids say.
They are. Yes, they are him. Escambia back to kick off. Be down just inside the 20.
Battling right there on our reef runner remodeling and repair kickoff.
Looks like he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line as we see Navarre try to answer Escambia's score.
You can see the replay right here. By the way, next week, Dick, we're almost through this season. A big game, by the way. Tate lost their starting quarterback to an ACL injury. Terrible. De La Rosa, he is fantastic. Prayers for the young man, get him back. But next week, Pace at Tate, the big rivalry, no matter what they're playing.
Absolutely. Pass is complete.
Bryant to Marquez White.
Marquez White, absolutely. He's going to be marked down at the 41. So that's going to bring up second down and about 3.
Yeah, Bryant, look, throws it down, makes the adjustment. You know, he had been throwing those passes a little too tall. Does a great job hitting him right in the stomach right there. And to give you an idea, by the way, White coming into this game, 26 receptions, 401 yards, averaging 15.4 a catch, 80 yards a game, and 4 touchdowns. So you see why he's his favorite target.
Absolutely. Second down and short. Handoff is to Sanders.
Oh, my. Justice Payne.
Justice Payne with the big stop, but there is a flag.
Boy, that paw right there just snatched it back.
Conduct, defense, 15-yard penalty that results in a first down.
So it was not a horse collar. It's an unsportsmanlike conduct, which, interested, maybe he said something. Not sure what's going on. Watch the replay. I mean, he grabs him on the side. The horse collar, you got to grab the back right there, pull him down, grab his jersey, and I'm kind of where Coach Bennett is right now. I don't, you know, he grabs his sleeve. I mean, first off, just the fact that he was able to stop a young man running full speed.
I know.
Because you think about it, when you go grab a shirt, if you've ever played football before, grabbing a jersey, try to jersey tackle somebody, it rips it out of your fingers and it just burns. Justice Payne, young man. Holy cow.
So with the 15-yard penalty, that's going to bring up 1st and 10 from about the 43-yard line. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Give it to Marquez White.
Off the left tackle, down about the 40-yard line.
After a gain of a couple. Going to be brought down at the 41. Bring up second down and 8.
White came into this game with 8 carries. I believe he's got at least 4 or 5 tonight already.
Second down and 8.
So we got
Looks like we have
Raider down.
Player checking out the play.
Check out this replay. Big mess right there.
Looks like it's number.
Jared Hoyla, the junior. I got rolled up on right there. Hope that young man's all right. Well, Derek, you know, we've got plenty of games going on around the area. You know where you can check them out, though, right?
Where's that?
You got Prep Football Final.
Absolutely, yeah. Prep Football Final. Staple here on the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, Steve Nisson. Prep Football Final. Check it out right there, 10-15. Heck, we might still be playing some football.
Yeah,
so
we might.
Don't leave us, by the way. We'll tell you the scores.
Then,
all right.
After us, then go check out Prep Football Final.
Just tape
with,
it, all right?
With the great Steve Nisson.
The way this game's going, you're not going to want to miss what happens anyway.
No, absolutely. And again, second down and 8 from the 41.
Oh, look at this.
Snap.
He's got a man. He's got a step. He underthrows it.
Holy cow.
Ollie Bryant's pass.
Oh, my goodness. Daniel Johnson tipped it up, by the way. He underthrew it, and he almost tipped it to White, who almost tipped it back to number 28, Zavante Files.
Almost some tipception there.
How about that?
Bring up third down and 8.
Wow.
The pass is incomplete. You'll see here on the replay.
Yeah, Bryant had him, by the way. Look at the play action, fools him. He had a step on him, just underthrows it slightly right there. What a defensive play.
Almost a great recovery there by White.
Yes.
That's going to bring up third and long.
Boy, another snap issue.
Sanders takes it. He's going to gain a couple. Brought down at the 39. It's only going to be a gain of about 2, so that's going to bring up fourth and about 6 or 7.
I think we've mentioned it, but Curtis Sanders is he's going to get highlighted a little bit more at halftime for us.
So I hear.
Fourth down for the Raiders.
Maybe a scholar-athlete situation. Just battling.
As far as offense stays on the field.
It's a little too tall.
Incomplete.
Ollie Bryant's pass.
So Escambia will take over on downs.
Escambia, 3:32 left until halftime.
You got to think right there that Coach Bagley is kind of feeling his offense moving the football a little bit. We know, obviously, their punt game, like their special teams, to me, is fantastic. So far from what I've seen, obviously, we still got a lot of ball left. They're one of the best. When you talk about punter, kicker, the way they block it, everything looks silky smooth for them. But he felt like he could have punted that and kind of pinned Escambia back deep. But with 3:30 left, maybe if he has a lot of trust in his defense, the way they played tonight, want to see if we get that first down and maybe hold the ball the rest of the half.
So Escambia is going to take over
Ball at the 39.
at the 39, 1st and 10. Dunn takes the snap. Pass is complete.
Billy Dunn's pass complete to number 2, Daniel McDaniel.
Daniel McDaniel with the reception. And he's going to be brought down at the 46. It's going to be 2nd down and 3, gain of 7 on the play.
And Jacob Bishop hobbling off, number 6 for Navarre. A little banged up. And a little screen pass. Look, you see the pressure, letting the pressure come on through, let the big boys get downfield. Here we go, 2nd and short.
Clock continues to wind down. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the half. There's the snap.
Oh.
Billy Dunn's pass.
Pass is a little too high. Pass is intended once again to Daniel McDaniel.
And I tell you what, Daniel McDaniel, good thing he got his hands on the football because that could have been a pick the other way. Just kind of tried to deflect it away a little bit. Another high pass for Dunn. I mean, again, open. These guys are open. Just got to make that adjustment.
So it's going to bring up 3rd down. Takes the snap. Pass is complete to Simpson.
Dunn's pass complete to Simpson.
With a nice gain, and that's going to be good for another Hampton Imports first down.
How about that? It's been the screen game. Get the speed out in space and make them tackle you one-on-one.
It's going to be a 1st down at the 45. 2:40 left to go in the half. Dunn takes the snap. Pass is complete again. Daniel McDaniel.
That's the name. Daniel McDaniel's the guy. He's the hot hand.
And it looks like it's going to be a gain of 10.
I mean, listen, right here, I love the play call because Navarre's just abandoning the middle of the field. So Coach Bennett and his staff are just going, hey, listen, if you're going to give it to us, we'll keep taking it.
Another Hampton Imports 1st down from the 35-yard line. Dunn takes the snap.
He is swallowed
Pressure,
up.
and he is swallowed by the Raiders.
Bryce Wheeler again.
He had some help by number 91.
So with that, that's going to bring up Second down
Paul Wilson.
and 16.
Escambia wants to talk it over. Well, look, again, Escambia gets the ball rolling. And then big sack right there. The defense for Navarre steps up as you see our Reesburg Institute hearing huddle. Here's the thing with the hearing huddle, we got to be able to hear, though, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we need Reesburg Institute. Maybe that's what they're trying to tell us in all this.
We got to get them on the phone.
Get that mic in there. These coaches would hate that if we get that. Oh, man. How about this, by the way? 7-6. What a game.
What a game, absolutely.
We knew the defenses, were going to kind of stand tall a little bit. We thought, there'd be a little more movement on the offensive side. But, hey, nonetheless, this has been a great – this hasn't been a sloppy game in my opinion. It's just been really good defense up front. So you see our Escambia Gator band right there.
Second and 16, ball at the 41-yard line.
Second down and 16 from the 39. Dunn takes the snap.
Look at that pass.
And it is caught. Daniel McDaniel in for the touchdown. The Gators take the lead.
And let me just tell you right now, Billy Dunn just threw a beautiful ball. Watch this. Our Forrest Jordan Associates touchdown. That's the generator, guys, right over the top and in between the safety. Man, oh, man, you get one-on-one with coverage with a linebacker on Daniel McDaniel. He's going to pick you apart all day. Great job by Dunn.
Escambia now takes the lead after that touchdown pass. Be on to attempt the extra point.
Make note right there, another pass over the middle. See if
it's been the name of the game.
On to attempt the extra point.
Extra point is up. And it's good.
Well, that Riley Campbell.
Your score is Escambia Gators 13.
All right, we were looking for more points. Well, we got
it.
Yeah, we just had to speak them into existence.
Well, and it's interesting because you think of watching like college football in the NFL. It's all about offense, points.
Yeah.
But this has been just as exciting of a game, and the score is only 13-7. This has been a defensive battle, but we can see the offenses are kind of figuring things out here as we start to close out the first half.
Yeah, it's been pretty clean. That's the difference. Last week was kind of a slog for both teams. Escambia won 22-3, but it just wasn't pretty on either side. You could say maybe the weather because the field was wet last week, but neither team really looked like they could get going. Now, Escambia's defense really stepped up and forced 5 turnovers from Washington. But again, Washington at some points were just throwing the football up. We were just kind of wondering what was going on. But much cleaner this week.
Absolutely.
Riley Campbell set to kick off for the Gators.
Riley Campbell back to kick off for Escambia. It's our Reef Runner remodeling and repair kickoff.
Bit of a pooch kick.
Dropped the ball, but quickly recovered it.
Look at that.
Now Zeke Burgess there with the nice return. He's going to be brought down at the 44-yard line.
All right, so here we go. Navarre, not a whole lot of time. They got 2 timeouts left. They got to throw the football. You're not going to be able to run it in unless you just get one big chunk play right there. So they're going to have to throw it. The problem is the secondary for Escambia is pretty darn good. So obviously they're going to be salivating back there, kind of sitting back with the safeties over the top, trying to await the long pass. And do you feel confident throwing into that coverage right here? We'll see. Still playing man-to-man across the board, though.
1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Bryant takes the snap.
Look at this. I say that
just over the head of Marquez White.
And he's got an open man. Hey, that's the thing. You play man-to-man across the board, you get beat, you're done. You got no help. Boy, he missed an open White right there.
So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. That does stop the clock at 1 minute and 36 seconds.
Watch
Second
this.
down and 10.
He's got a couple steps on him, just throws it out of bounds, doesn't even give him a chance. There's still the Jalen Benjamin down here at the bottom with White, playing him tough.
Bryant takes the snap. Oh, and it's picked off.
Ollie Bryant's pass intercepted by number 0.
Royson Jones with the pick. We mentioned his name quite a bit last week, Jeff.
He was one of our players of the week last week. Royson Jones, 2 interceptions last week. Really set the tone for the defense and set the tone for the Booker T. Washington offense. You see right there, just playing center field. Little overthrow. Royson Jones, boy, steps out of bounds, but he wanted to take it to the middle of the field and try to run it back.
After the interception and a short return, ball is going to be marked down at the 37. Escambia takes over with 1:28 to go.
And you can smell blood in the water. You know, Escambia, now they got another chance. They got a little bit of time, 1 timeout left. Maybe take some shots of their own.
Billy Dunn was a quarterback, takes the snap. Short pass is complete to Simpson.
Look at
As
this.
he fights through, breaks through a couple of tackles, and he's brought down at the 42 after a nice gain.
Luke Eberhardt saves an even bigger gain right there, because
Absolutely.
may have been one guy to beat after that. But look, a simple play. Navarre pins their ears back knowing they're going to try to throw the football, get some more points here. Well, how do you counter that? Simple screen play.
1:07 left in the first half.
Another Hampton Imports first down. There's the pass, and it is broken up. Pass intended for number 2, Daniel McDaniel. He's going to bring up second down.
Yeah, Braden Thiessen, great coverage over the middle, by the way, number 41. Cut him off. He wanted to run across the middle. We talked about, was Navarre going to make that adjustment? There's been too many guys open over the middle. Thiessen cuts off that inside release. You see him right there. Great job.
That's going to bring up second down. 1 minute and 3 seconds left to go in the half. Dunn takes the snap. Passes out of the hands of Simpson. Going to be marked incomplete.
Yeah, a little low. Simpson may have been trying to look upfield as well, but
That's going to bring up third down.
3rd and 10. Again, trying to just little screen play. That's a pretty good pass right there at the belt loops.
Just under a minute left in the first half. 3rd and 10. Dunn takes the snap. Pass is complete.
It's a first down.
That was number 14, Cam Taylor, with the catch.
Brought down by Braden Thiessen. That's a first down.
And that's going to bring up another Hampton Imports first down.
Yeah, Cam Taylor, been waiting for him to get his chance. He's a dynamic receiver as well. Does a little stop route, sets it down, gets the first down. Here we go, under 40.
Dunn takes the snap.
It was intended for Kashawn Downs, and he almost deflected off him right to Daniel McDaniel.
Kashawn Downs.
What was almost a fantastic unintentional trickery play is going to bring up second down.
It's kind of like the old reverse hook and ladder, how you toss it back. So you just kind of volleyball it to the next guy.
.34 seconds to go, 2nd and 10. Dunn takes the snap. Pass is complete.
That's Downs. It gets out of bounds.
It's brought out of bounds just outside of the line to gain. Going to be marked out at the 20.
First down.
Just inside the Synovus red zone, Jeff.
Ever popular Synovus red zone. Look, great job by Dunn. Rolling the pocket, feels the pressure. Beautiful balls of Downs right there. Move the sticks. Remember, Escambia's still got another timeout.
26 seconds left to go in the half. Escambia trying to extend their lead.
And Navarre's going to call a timeout.
Timeout. Navarre.
Well, we'll see what they what adjustment they make here. I think in all honesty, you're getting a pass rush, but you got to close off the edges. You can't allow Dunn to roll out. They become so dangerous with the weapons they have downfield. So we'll see what Coach Bagley and them talk about here. But for Escambia, I mean, listen, kind of do whatever you want here. First down, you got another timeout. You can run some plays, kind of get you closer to the end zone, but I don't honestly know if you want to get too close with some of the routes you can run. Middle has been open. Thiessen did make that adjustment over the middle that one time. I just think you got to shoot the middle right there, and if he scores, he doesn't. If not, you go ahead and if you can get up to the ball and snap it, okay, but if not, you still got a timeout in your pocket, kind of set you up.
We'll see what Escambia does here after this Navarre timeout. With 22 seconds to go.
10, ball at the 20.
Ball again is at the 20-yard line.
There go one safety back. Have him inside 10 yards, though.
Dunn takes the snap.
Look at this.
Pass is complete.
Pass complete.
Daniel
to
McDaniel.
Daniel McDaniel, and he is in for the touchdown. The Gators extend their lead.
Well, there you go. That's we told you we smelled blood in the water for Escambia. They wanted to tack on. And none other than Daniel McDaniel having himself a heck of a game. Beautiful pass. Look, he undercuts the defender right there. Great pass by Dunn. I mean, it just finishes the job. And I tell you what.
Would you say he's aiming to be the jeans floor covering player of the game?
Yes, he is. And I tell you who else is happy. It's Forrest Jordan Associates, because that's another generator guy's touchdown thanks to Daniel McDaniel.
With 16 seconds left in the first half.
Well, by the way, last week we talked about this. Escambia's in the running for a $1 million upgrade to their stadium, and it's a makeover by T-Mobile. You see the QR code? Listen, this is huge. We saw Emmitt Smith talked about it today. He had posted a video about it. Scan that QR code. You go on there and you vote. There's 25 schools in the country. Escambia is the only one in the state of Florida. This is huge. I mean, if you've been to Escambia, you know how historic that stadium is for all the players with Emmitt Smith and Trent Richardson, and just you go back to, I remember watching the Pensacola Power, the women's team play there. Dan talked about, goodness gracious, all the teams that played back there. He remember doing his first game at Escambia, and he got to go back last week. That was so cool. But $1 million makeover. I mean, we heard from the principal last week. There's some things obviously they need to clean up, they want to fix up. $1 million obviously goes a long way, even in today's society. I'm telling you, go on there, scan the QR code. We'll pop it up a little bit later for you. Vote. If you got different emails, use it. It doesn't sign you up for anything. I know you're scoffing at me. Don't scoff at me, okay? I can't hear you, but don't do it. If you got different emails, use all those emails. Let's try to get these guys a $1 million makeover.
We would never scoff at you, Jeff.
I scoff at myself sometimes, so you got to get in line. My wife scoffs at me too, so I'm getting used to it.
Escambia with the kickoff. Turn starts at about the 17. And he's going to be brought down about the 32-yard line with 12 seconds to go in the half.
A runner remodeling and repair kickoff. All right, well, 20-7, here we go, unless Navarre may just run it one time, take it into half. Escambia, I believe, will receive the second half kickoff, so it's going to be tough. This offense has struggled a little bit. The defense, I thought, for Navarre has played pretty darn well. I mean, for what it is, the defensive front, I think, has played well, but boy, Escambia, this is kind of what they did last week. They just claw at you. They don't stop. See what happens in the second half if we get there.
Escambia is going to elect to use their last timeout.
Pull out all the stuff. Listen, you can't take it with you. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right.
Just an extended halftime. By the way, homecoming here at Navarre. Always love coming here to Navarre. It seems like it's been forever, but always very, very great hosts. We talked about the band concessions over there and the fried Oreos. Haley was talking about it as well. Top-notch people here. The field looks beautiful. Apparently they've had some field issues, but they've gotten some things figured out. You see the pirate ship at the end of the end zone over there, and the ROTC when they score touchdowns. They do the push-ups and everything. It's just tradition after tradition here. Great folks. Home side packed tonight. Escambia. And we had some people travel over, but always a lot of fun. and even more so here on homecoming night for the Raiders.
Absolutely. Big shout out to Navarre. Always rolls out the red carpet for us anytime we come here. 12 seconds to go.
He's going to take a knee here.
He's going to take a knee, and the clock's going to wind down.
We're going to try to see if we can get Coach Bennett. Going to be tough. Him on the other sideline over there. Doesn't look like we'll probably get him, but yeah, it looks like he's walking off right. You know, hey, this is business. We saw him last week lock back in. He knows how important this is for his guys. Looks like we are going to try to grab him. How about that?
Absolutely.
Devin, our red hat, just stepping in.
Devin's always on top of things.
And I tell you what, interested to hear what Coach Bennett's got to say to Haley, but he's got to be thoroughly impressed with how his guys finished the first half. Wasn't too great in the beginning. I thought their defense played well. The offense kind of sputtered a little bit. But I think the way they finished the second half, I think that last drive, not a whole lot of time left, had a timeout, just drove it down the field, throwing the football. I think that's very important. I think they found some wrinkles, some things that they can build upon for Navarre. You know, we'll talk to Coach Bagley before the second half, but it's interested to see what he's got to say as well. But hey, Haley, I know you got Coach Bennett down there. What you got?
Mike Bennett. Now, Coach, what are your thoughts on your team's performance so far tonight?
Well, I thought defensively we were playing really well. Offensively, you know, we had two great opportunities to score early and didn't do it, and fell behind and came back there in the second quarter and, you know, made some plays and you know, got a little lead right now.
So what's the strategy to keep this momentum going in the second half?
Well, we just got to move the football. We got to tackle better. We got to block better. You know, just little thing. Don't turn it over. You know, we turned it over to them. They scored, and you know, they did that to Tate last week and scored a couple times on 2 turnovers. So I mean, they capitalized on a lot of turnovers. So we got to hold on to the football.
All right, Coach Bennett. Best of luck to you. Thank you so much, guys. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Haley. Mike Bennett got to be pretty happy with how his team ended the half, and we're going to take a break here at halftime on Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching Gene's Floor Covering, Friday Night Rivals.
Back here at halftime on Friday Night Rivals here in Navarre. We're going to send it down to our sideline reporter, Haley Samples. Haley, who you got down there?
All right, guys, I'm here with Navarre's athletic director, Mr. Scott Murphy. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you feeling about tonight's game?
We're on the short end of the stick here right now, but I know our coach is making adjustments there at halftime and come out there and play hard.
You were just telling me a minute ago, you've been the athletic director here for about 25 years. So how does it feel to see the stands packed with family and students on such a big game?
It's always great to see it because that's what we're here for. And then we got a reunion from the 2005 class here. So it's great to be a Raider, and they all come out here and support our teams on whatever sport it is.
And as much as we all love sports, we know that academics are equally as important. And we're highlighting a couple of scholar athletes tonight. So what is your biggest piece of advice to students trying to find that balance?
Well, they're student athletes. That's the main thing. Anybody can play some sports, but not everybody can do well. And our coaches and teachers do a great job in the classroom with them. They don't do the job there, then they don't get to go off to practice sometimes.
So, I mean, it comes at a cost. You know, got to put the academics first.
It is, especially in today's society and everything. They got to go out there and learn something. It's a good lesson playing sports and learn a little discipline and everything else, but they're student athletes, and that's where they got to go first.
Mr. Murphy, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for coming down to the ball. Appreciate y'all coming.
Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, Haley. It's always great to hear about the inner workings of how the athletic programs at the school works, because we just see football, basketball, whatever it may be, but there's so much that goes into it.
Yeah, and Scott Murphy, we talked about the hospitality we get here in Navarre. He is top notch, one of the best in the game. Always, anything we ever need, he is here for us. But you look at the program that they run here, it is top tier.
Absolutely. Well, now we're going to talk about our scholar athletes, brought to us by Reef Runner Remodeling and Repair. We're going to talk about, first from Navarre, Mr. Curtis Sanders. Mentioned his name a couple of times tonight. GPA 3.975, unweighted. His sports are football, track and field, and weightlifting. We're going to catch up with him, actually. We'll be back here in 2 weeks. So we're going to actually hear from Curtis Sanders. But now we're going to toss it to our Escambia High scholar athlete, Clayton Sanders.
And become the best mom she can be.
I plan to go to university to pursue my engineering degree in aeronautical engineering, and hopefully I can go do that.
Hi, I'm Gary Winkler with Reef Runner Remodeling and Repair. At Reef Runner Remodeling and Repair, we understand the value of education and teamwork that is gained through high school sports. That's why we are a proud supporter of student athletes everywhere.
Thank you, Reef Runner Remodeling and Repair, for allowing me to compete for the Scholar Athlete of the Year. I really appreciate it.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
And are you kidding? What just happened? flipped out of his hands, and it's a touchdown for Jaden Pierce. Oh, my goodness.
Here's Knuckles. He's going to take his shot for the end zone. Running under it, making the catch. What a catch by Cade Mitchell.
Holy cow for the Food City touchdown.
Bus stop of the game, Jeremiah Cruz. He had a few of those tonight. Jeremiah laying the wood.
250 yards passing. Now he wants to take a shot. Looking to hang this one up for Gardner, and he drops it to him, and Gardner makes a move at the 35. Gardner's still on his feet. Gardner's got 3 touchdowns tonight. Senior's got 5.
Polka fires. Ball is intercepted by the Rams. It's Mason with the pick. And here comes the Rams the other way on the turn. Here he goes, right side of the field. Weiger with some blockers. Weiger on the return of the interception. He's all the way down to the 10, the 5. Weiger returns it for the score. Mason Weiger.
Receiver in motion. He will roll right. Under pressure. Still on his feet. Trying to find somebody downfield. He's in trouble. He'll throw it to the back of the end zone. The receiver's wide open. Touchdown, McQueen.
It's homecoming here at Navarre. We just witnessed the crowning of the 2025 homecoming queen. Always a big moment during the school year.
Mouse Deckham, shout out to you here on Friday Night Rivals. By the way, homecoming king, Michael Jackson. How about that?
Michael Jackson.
Big homecoming night here. We finally got our king and queen right there. Look at them.
Congratulations to the both of them. Jeff, it's been a very interesting first half to this game.
Yeah, it started out a little bit of a defensive battle, and then it was 7-6. So we'll get into some highlights right here and show you how we got to the 20-7 score with the Gators on top, starting the game off interception. Well, that man, by the way, is Daniel McDaniel, and you're going to hear us say his name multiple times on multiple sides of the ball. Daniel McDaniel starting us off with a pick. Allie Bryant throwing it there, beautiful, right over the top. Just a little too tall. We've seen him make a couple of those passes tonight. Billy Dunn handing it off to none other than James Simpson. Simpson's been battling, but that defensive front for Navarre has been tough. Go for a field goal blocked right there. And we saw, look, Navarre blocked a punt last week for a touchdown, and they're getting back on the field goal side of things. Special teams is the way to go for the Raiders so far. Watch this. Hands up, ladies and gentlemen. Great recovery for the Raiders. Moving on, Billy Dunn, and you see Simpson again trying to outrun him. Well, you can't get away from, that's number 41, Braden Thiessen. Played a heck of a game so far tonight, regardless of the score. And again, Billy Dunn and this offense just finding ways to move the chains, starting to catch their stride a little bit. You heard Bennett say earlier, hey, listen, like, we should have scored 2 more times, but, you know, oh well, it is what it is. We finally found our stride a little bit. And how about that big pass play over the middle? Brody Powers kind of getting the momentum rolling for the Raiders. And Bryant's going to roll this out, tries to make that quick pass. Nothing doing. Kind of been how his night has gone. They've tried to obviously alleviate that big pass rush of Escambia and get the ball out of his hands quick. And this is Marquez White. This is the young man. This is the target. This is the guy they have high hopes for, who's been fantastic for them with 4 touchdowns this year, trying to get the ball in his hands any way possible. You think they're going to kick the field goal. They run a fake right there. Nothing doing. And then how about this? This is where the points came from for Navarre. None other than that's the punter, by the way. Plays both ways, Jacob Bishop. Man, look at this. It was a little too tall. We talked about both quarterbacks making mistakes, but that leads us to a score for the Raiders. And again, Simpson, watch this. By the way, this is, we had a play of the game. This would be the play of the game.
Absolutely.
Derek, that is fantastic. Simpson just driving the football in, and then, you know, they get the ball back with 1:38 left. Dunn throws it underneath to who other than Daniel McDaniel, and that's our scoring summary by Jeans Floor Covering.
Exciting first half. We'll be right back here on Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching Gene's Floor Covering, Friday Night Rivals.
Back here on Friday Night Rivals, you see once again the Navarre concession stand. Always top-notch here at Navarre High. But speaking of food, Jeff, we haven't talked about that certain delicious chicken that fuels our crew.
Well, it's not just delicious chicken. It is the chicken, okay? We know Chick-fil-A, that's all well and good, whatever. It's the Lord's chicken. But Foosackly's, that's the people's chicken, okay? The official football, I'm calling, I don't think it is, but it's the official chicken of Friday Night Rivals. Sell that, by the way. And it's the official chicken of high school football all over the country. I know Foosackly's isn't everywhere, but it should be. Shame on them. But listen, Foosackly's hooks us up every single week. Our crew, what you see here on TV, we get the easy part, just calling the game. Our crew gets here extremely early. They'll be here extremely late tonight, no matter what the weather is. Luckily, the weather's been beautiful so far. But they hook everything up, they get everything, they got to clean it back up. Again, it's a long day, just to say the very least. And you know what? They need to be fed. They need fuel. And Foosackly's hooks us up chicken tenders, crinkle cut fries, sauces. I did see they didn't bring the jalapeno ranch. We got to talk about that, but I'm telling you, the jalapeno ranch is the way to go. You can't go wrong with any sauce. They got you the hookup. They got salads. They got sandwiches, whatever you need. Foosackly's the way to go. Football season, look, big games tomorrow. It's college football, NFL, whatever you want going on this weekend. Stop by Foosackly's. Pick you up a pack for everybody. Trust me, don't show up by yourself with Foosackly's. They're gonna be ticked off at you. I've done that before. Bring enough for everybody. Trust me, you will be the life of the party. And then next time you can make them bring the Foosackly's. But we appreciate Foosackly's every single week hooking us up once again.
Absolutely. A big shout out to Foosackly's. We're winding down halftime here, Jeff. We were talking about this before halftime ended. This was really kind of a tale of two quarters where we had this big defensive battle in the first quarter. Then Escambia starts to pull away a little bit. What does Navarre have to do to rebound?
They got to drive the football. I mean, listen, their defense has scored the points for them. You know, it's a pick six, and defense has played great. I think the offense hasn't helped them out a lot, but Navarre has moved the football. It's not like they've just been completely shut out like we saw last week, how Escambia dominated Washington. We're not seeing that here tonight. They get in those third downs, and then they can't execute. I think execute's the right word there. They've been in great third and shorts. They just can't get it done. A couple mistakes here and there, but again, I think a couple first downs, and this is a completely different ball game. You know, you look at the minute 38 left, they give the ball right back to Escambia. If they're able to eat the rest of that clock, then the worst case scenario, you're looking at 13-7, you feel a lot better. Remember, Escambia gets the football to start the second half here, but I think for Navarre, you've got to feel good if you're Coach Bagley in a sense of, hey, listen, we did show signs of life there. Now we just got to execute. We got to go out and just finish the job. You're 0-5. Listen, it's been tough. I've been on a team like that before. These guys are playing harder than 0-5. This is not like, hey, we ain't got no chance, don't matter. These guys have played probably the toughest schedule in the entire area, okay, when you go down and look at the list of it. But nobody cares. The whole saying is you're as good as your record says you are. Well, what it breaks down to is you're as good as your district record says, because that's what gets you into playoffs at the end of the day. But I think for this Raider team, man, they've got to get a big defensive stop. We saw the front seven make some plays early on in the game. Can they affect that pass game? Not allow Billy Dunn to sit back there and kind of pick them apart? Can they make a couple plays, maybe another pick in the secondary? Can this offense matriculate the ball down the field?
Getting set here for a kickoff here in the beginning of the third quarter. Jack Byer, number 13 for Navarre, lining up for the kick. We see Simpson back to receive for Escambia.
Jack Byer set the kick off for the Raiders. Back deep.
Short kick. It's going to go out of bounds.
Penalty marker on the play as the kick goes out of bounds. Welcome back to the second half.
Like it went out around the 31 or 32 yard line. As we wait for the official call.
I don't want to interrupt him while he's in the middle. Making a statement here. Officials from the Miracle Strip Association, by the way.
Second half, 1st and 10.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Ball in place 5 yards from where it went out of bounds. First down, Escambia.
It's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
Ball started on a kick against the Raiders.
Ball will be spotted.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Up the 37.
Looks like the Gators are going to start out. You got Dunn back there at quarterback and Jaquez Ludley, big back. We saw this last week in the second half. Ludley kind of take off some fresh legs for him. Salt the game away.
We'll see if that's what Escambia does here. 1st and 10 from the 37.
Dunn along with number 27, Jaquez Ludley in the backfield.
takes the snap. Is up. And pass is incomplete.
There's the adjustment we talked about. The middle of the field was wide open in that first half. Navarre drops a couple guys right there. And boy, it's going to be tough. And I think Dunn's now going to have to make the adjustment. I don't think he's going to be able to just sit the ball over the middle anymore. Watch this. A couple Raiders sitting right there waiting on him.
That incompletion, that brings up second down. Again from the 37-yard line. Lutley still in it, running back. Dunn takes the snap. Handoff is to Lutley. He fights forward for a couple of extra yards. That's going to be a gain of maybe 1.
Yeah, you thought for a second Lutley was going to kind of push the pile, and then the pile pushed back. That's what you got to love about the Raiders on defense. Not just one guy going in there, a host of them come to make the tackle.
After that gain of 1, it's going to be 3rd and 9 from the 38.
Looks like James Simpson will check back in at running back number 3 for the Gators. We talked about it. The Raiders need a stop here.
Right.
Escambia gets the ball to start the second half. One play away.
Big 3rd down for Navarre's defense here. Dunn's back. He scrambles.
What a catch.
And the pass is caught.
Dunn's pass.
Boy, Dunn's a little shaken up after that.
Under pressure, he was still able to complete that pass.
Pass was complete to number 19, Kyron Perry.
Look at this. Got a guy on his back. He makes the throw, and what a catch. Boy, Dunn. I don't know how he got that ball off being pulled back like that, but what a play by that young man. Even better catch, Kyron Perry.
And that's going to be a Pensacola State College 1st down. Ball placed at the 48, 1st and 10. Pass is complete.
Nice open field tackle by Luke Everhart.
Number 9, Keegan Britt. It's going to be a gain of about 2. Spot down at the 50.
Luke Everhart right there. As soon as he catches the football, makes the tackle in the open field. Luke Everhart. Said his name a couple times tonight.
50-yard-line, 2nd down, and
if you miss this tackle, it's a 1st down.
Instead, it's only a short gain of 2.
That's it.
It's going to be 2nd and 8 from midfield. Simpson still in at running back. Dunn takes the snap. Pass is incomplete.
It's to Kashawn Downs.
Intended for Kashawn Downs. That's going to bring up another 3rd and long for the Gators.
And again, they're trying to hit the middle, and you know he can make the catch, but there's a Raider sitting right there. So if you don't catch it clean, you're not going to catch it with these guys draped all over you. Watch this. A little low pass, probably better than it was low, kind of protect his man a little bit.
Brandon Johns and Luke Everhart were on the coverage on that last play. 3rd down and 8.
Going to bring up 3rd and long once again.
Chris Dunn and Brian Allen will check in. Receiver for the Gators. Dunn there, 45 at the bottom of your screen. Coach Bennett doesn't like what he sees.
Escambia is going to take a timeout.
Escambia.
Escambia. Cheerleaders at the water break.
Escambia is going to take a timeout, and we're going to take a timeout as well. We'll be right back here on Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching Gene's Floor Covering, Friday Night Rivals.
Escambia trying to extend their lead here early in the third quarter here on Friday Night Rivals. 3rd and 8 from the 50.
It was 3rd and long last time. Remember, Dunn rolled out and hit Kyron Perry right on the other side of the sticks.
Dunn takes the snap. Pass is caught by Simpson, but Navarre right there with the big stop.
Yeah, Landon John sitting right there waiting for that screen. Look, Escambia's thrown the screen a couple times in these situations tonight. Obvious screen down. Johns, look, just plays the position, breaks between two. Look, it's around 2 blockers. You see him. Just frustration for the Gators.
That's going to bring up 4th down. The punting unit comes on the field for Escambia. There's the punt.
Beautiful punt. Look at this.
Takes a Escambia roll down to the 6.
Peyton Sanders, our scholar athlete, does a little chip shot. He's up there at midfield.
Now as the Navarre offense takes the field, they have 94 yards to try to close the gap here on Escambia.
Yeah, we talked about it there. You know, Escambia playing the long game right there, forcing Navarre. They're going to have to move the ball down the field. Let's see, looks like, yep, that's number 9. Roman Marshall will check in at quarterback for the Raiders. He's played quite a bit, by the way. Complete almost 50% of passes, 676 yards, 5 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. So he is turnover prone, but ready to wheel and deal. Wave the flag off.
No penalty on the play. 1st and 10 Raiders.
Again, with Marshall coming in at quarterback, is it Navarre is just kind of looking for that little extra spark?
Yeah, trying to get something going here. And both quarterbacks have played a bunch this year, so Marshall was the guy. He's got the most snaps this year.
Roman keeps it, and he is stuffed.
Oh my goodness, Justice Payne. Look, we talked about Payne last week, and just what a run stopper he was. Holy cow.
On the stop.
How about that hard hit? Watch this at home, folks. Dude, just beats the block. Levels him right there. How about checking into the ball game as Roman Marshall, and that's how you get greeted. He's going at him again.
Curtis Sanders off left tackle.
Yeah, just kind of pinning their ears back right now.
Sanders with the carry, but not much there. That's going to be another loss. It's going to be brought down at the 5.
Third down 11.
It's going to be 3rd and about 12 for Navarre.
That was Zion. Was it 58 or 59? Regardless, get the name of that young man. Great play.
Big 3rd down here. Marshall takes the snap, and it falls incomplete. Pass intended for Marquez White. That's going to bring up 4th down as the punting unit comes on the field.
Yeah, Royce and Jones sit back there again, playing center field at safety. Got the corner watch just undercutting the route. I mean, that's just textbook. You see number 8, that's Daniel Johnson. He's had a great night tonight. That's, again, obvious passing down. You got yourself pinned back. The defensive line making a couple plays here. I mean, it's what makes the Escambia defense so darn tough.
Bishop back for the punt. It's fielded at about the 44. It's going to be brought down at the 33, so we'll have Escambia will have 1st and 10 at Navarre's 33 coming up.
Great field position. Escambia kind of feeling it a little bit now.
Brings up 1st and 10.
About Navarre, again, we talked about it coming out of half. Escambia getting the ball first, they had to make that stop. And Navarre did that. Again, the offense just got pinned back in a bad situation. a whole lot you can do there. But now Escambia, this is why you punt that ball. You play field position game. Coach Bennett's been around long enough, has won enough. He knows how you do it. And again, when your defense is playing the way they are, this is what you get right here. Great field position for your offense.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 33. As Dunn takes the snap, handoff is to Simpson. He's going to be stopped at the 30.
Off right tackle.
Simpson just tiptoes through there. Looks like there's nothing. There's just a big pile of people. He finds his way to get a 4 or 5 yard gain.
He's going to be stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. So it's going to be 2nd down and about 6 to go.
He's got number 36, Matthew Lee, who's been making some plays tonight, sitting there trying to pull him back, and it's not working.
2nd down here for Escambia. Dunn takes the snap.
Whistle and marker on the play.
And we have a flag.
By the reaction of the Escambia sideline, yep, this will go again.
Offense. 5 yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
5 yards remain.
So what was 2nd and manageable is now going to be 2nd and 11.
Yeah, close enough, you know.
Yeah.
Manageable like 11. What's the difference?
Yeah. It's going to be back down it to the 34-yard line. In 2nd and 11 from the 34. Done in at quarterback.
Be Lutley.
Lutley's with the snap.
Golly.
Number 27.
He's going to be marked down at the 24, which
should
maybe enough.
Yep, about a yard short.
Yep, so he's going to be marked down 3rd and 1.
Look, Lutley not the fastest guy out there, but boy, he is a fullback playing running back.
3rd and 1. With the snap, takes it to the outside, and he gets the 1st down and then some.
And that's what we talked about. Just continue to move the sticks for Escambia. And looks like that's going to bring us into a water break.
2025, 2026.
Officials timeout for water break.
All right, they're taking a water break. We're going to take a break as well. We'll be back here on Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching Gene's Floor Covering, Friday Night Rivals.
Jamar Shaw. Jazz.
Back here on Friday Night Rivals from Navarre High School. Escambia looking to extend their lead.
Sarah Brogan.
Is 1st and 10 from just inside the Synovus red zone, Jeff.
That's all that matters, the Synovus red zone.
We have Lutley and Simpson still in at running back. Dunn takes the snap.
And Hannah Medler.
One right there.
Head coach.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for number 14, Cam Taylor.
It looked like Dunn thought he was going to break off and kind of a fade route. He kind of just kept running up the field. Fade route, typically you'll run straight up the numbers and then cut out. And the quarterback's supposed to throw it towards the sideline where only you can catch it.
So that's going to bring up second down after the incompletion.
After that incomplete pass.
Well, Escambia next week at home against PHS, which is the battle for the Ye Old Wash Boiler.
Ye Old Wash Boiler.
And that boiler is old, folks. That is been around quite some time.
There's the snap.
Uh-oh.
This is up, and it is picked off.
And there it is again. That is Landon Johns.
Oh, but there is a flag.
Yeah, that'll be probably unsportsmanlike on Navarre, I'm guessing, since he ran into their sideline. Not real sure.
Penalty marker on the play.
Which, if that is, be getting a late hit. Let's check it out right here. The instant replay. Almost, I mean, look, just fingertips. He had him, too. He had Simpson. Let's watch him right here at the end. Oh, yeah. Well, to be fair, okay, I'm just calling it the way I see it. Yep, there it is. Dion Sapp legs, number 75. That young man, I don't think he was trying to hit him late. I think he's just full out 270 pounds right there.
Right.
Can't stop.
Yeah, you can't just stop on a dime.
Doesn't work that way, trust me.
I'm no physics expert, but
no. As a big fella myself, I can tell you just can't stop on a dime. Look at that. Oh, well, there was a little bit of a shove, so, yeah. All right.
So after the penalty and the turnover, the ball is going to be marked at the 41-yard line, 1st and 10 for Navarre. As they try to close the gap here with 5:54 left in the third quarter.
Look at this. Oh, man.
Jaden Miner laying the wood.
Holy cow.
Jaden Miner hits White behind the line of scrimmage, lost about 5, brings up.
Hey, listen, this is
down in 15.
This is as good as a sack. I mean, he's got the look. He's dropping back. They're trying to run a little trick play right here instead of just, oh yeah, well, you know what, wide receiver pass, and then Miner goes, where you going, bud? Did you need something? Nope, just looking, sir.
No, you weren't going anywhere, right?
I'll carry on my merry way.
That's going to be a loss of about 6 down at the 36-yard line. Pitches out to White. He's got space.
Look at this.
He's fighting through the tackles, and he is finally brought down.
Marquez White.
At the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for Navarre.
They have been finding ways to get him the ball. He just took the big hit, by the way. We just talked about it. When I said he was going on his merry way, yeah, he's give me the ball back. I want it. And you see just how dynamic this young man is. Reverses right here, little option pitch. Great job. And the blocking up front, fantastic. And, man, so tough to bring down.
Marquez White with the Pensacola State College first down. 1st and 10, Navarre. Bowman takes the snap.
Marshall's pass. Complete on the near
Low throw,
side.
but it is incomplete. But it is complete, excuse me.
Number 22.
Caught by number 22, Mr. Curtis Sanders.
About 3 brings up second down and
Scholar
7.
athlete Curtis Sanders.
Ball at the 28-yard line.
I think those plays right there where there's nothing doing, you find a way to continue to move on downfield for positive yardage. That's huge for Navarre. Stay ahead of the sticks.
It's going to be marked down at the 28. It's going to be 2nd and about 7. Bowman takes the snap, hands it off to Sanders. It's brought down just inside the 20, but there is a flag.
Yep, right in the area of holding.
As we wait for the official call here.
False start against the Raiders. Penalties decline. Holding against the Raiders
You were right.
will be enforced.
There we go. Yeah, right there, number 88, holding Buck Battle. 88 for the Raiders, Tucker Williams. Good-looking sophomore.
They're going to bring the ball back to the 38.
Oh, we just talked about staying ahead of the sticks, and then you get a holding call, and now you're back behind the sticks. Kind of been the night for the Raiders on offense.
That's going to be second down and long for Navarre. There's the snap. Pass is complete to who else but Marquez White.
Marshall's pass completed.
He's going to be marked down at the 31. So that's going to be third and about 11.
Johnson brings up third down and 11 from about the 31
White, I mean, all he needs is a step. Ball a little bit thrown behind him, makes the adjustment. Big catch.
It's going to be third and the original line to gain. There's the snap.
Oh, man, oh, man.
Marshall's pass, intended for number 1,
Marquez White with almost an incredible catch.
I mean, that's what we talked about earlier about the 50-50 ball. Like, you always feel good. And this Navarre staff always feels good when they throw it up to White. Holy cow, the fact that, look, the throw, I mean, it was a good throw, you know. The coverage, great coverage. You can't do that any better if you're only Daniel Johnson.
Fourth down, and the offense is going to stay on the field.
Referee blew the whistle. Guess they respotted the ball. And here we go.
Big fourth down here for Navarre.
That's
like
twice.
They may have got him again.
That's twice. This one's not going to kill you. It's not going to give up the first down, but much easier fourth down.
Offsides against the defense. 5-yard penalty. Remains fourth down.
So instead of 4th and 10, it's going to be 4th and 5 down at the 26.
26-yard line.
3:23 left to go in the third quarter. Here's the snap.
Look at this.
Sanders with the catch and an open space.
He
is in for the touchdown.
Sanders, touchdown!
How about that? Everybody on the opposite side. Look, wide receivers, they cut across, run some slants, leaving Sanders all alone for a Forrest Jordan and Associates. That's the generator guy's touchdown. How about that for the scholar athlete?
From 4th and 10 to 4th and 5. Navarre closes the gap to 7 pending the extra point.
Raiders keeping the offense on the field.
Actually, they're keeping the offense on the field, it looks like.
Well, I don't think he got it.
Looks like he's going to be marked just short.
Interesting call. If you kick that extra point, you're down 6. You got to score. You kick the extra point again. Now you're up 21-20.
So instead,
time to introduce the Raider Gems dance team.
Instead, we have a 20-13 game, but Navarre does close the gap with 3:12 left to go in the third quarter.
2025-2026 Raiders Gems dance team. Derek Blackwelder.
Well, listen, we talked about it earlier. Escambia, you'll see the QR code pop up here. Is in the running for $1 million upgrade on their stadium. Stadium makeover by T-Mobile, I believe. And listen, there's 25 schools. They're the only school in the state of Florida. Emmett Smith made a video about it. We talked about it earlier. I mean, everybody's out there. We've all been passing it along to everybody we know. If you go on there and you scan the QR code, use your email. Listen, it doesn't sign you up for anything. And again, don't yell at me when I say that. I'm just telling you. But it doesn't sign you up for anything. Use every email you got. Pass it on to your friends, whether you're a Escambia or not. Just for our area. We love to see this. Escambia High, so historic. And look, trying to get that $1 million makeover, boy, it would be fantastic if little old us down here in Pensacola, Florida could pull it off.
Absolutely scan that QR code and help Escambia get $1 million makeover. Here's the kickoff.
Oh, I don't think it's going to go far enough.
It looks like it's going to be short.
Yeah, should be. Sure, if Navarre got on, it should be illegal touching. Let's see. It's got to go 10 yards. And it does not make it.
Team. Ball be placed at the 48-yard line. First down, Escambia.
Like it was about a yard short.
Remember, he kicked a great one earlier. Just couldn't get on it. And this time, just a hair short.
So now it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 48 for Escambia.
Kickoff recovery. The Escambia Gators take over.
3:12 to go in the third.
Territory at the 48-yard line.
Handoff is to Simpson as he turns it upfield. And he's going to be marked out at the 36-yard line. Good enough for a Pensacola State College first down.
Boy, Simpson, he's had a heck of a game tonight. I mean, the fact he's been able to move the sticks for him, got in the end zone earlier, tiptoeing his way through. I mean, when there's been nothing there, he has found a way to get some positive yardage.
That's going to be 1st and 10 from the 36. Done flanked by Simpson and Lutley. Handoff is to Lutley.
Big fella.
27.
He's going to be marked down at the 30.
Bryce Baylor, number 90, number 32.
It'll be second and about 4. Clock continues to wind down with 2:43 to go in the third quarter.
See a junior right there. He's going to be heck to deal with as a senior.
That he is.
A lot of guys coming back for Escambia. Navarre's got some guys coming back as well.
Handoff is to Lutley again. As he continues to fight through. He stopped at the line of scrimmage, but he fought for an extra yard or two. So he's going to be marked down at the 29.
Almost looked like right there. Number 41, watch. Thiessen comes in. Watch him try to, I think he's going to grab his legs and try to pull it out from under him. He's like, we got to bring this guy down. I don't blame you.
So that's going to be 3rd and about 3 at the 29. Just under 2 minutes to go in the third. Handoff is to Simpson.
He's going to be short.
He's going to be stopped short. He gained maybe a yard.
Moses 0 on the
Obviously
stop.
going to be 4 down territory, excuse me, for the Gators. Got a Gator down. See the replay right here. Look, that's been kind of the bugaboo for Navarre. They get an opportunity to get a 3rd down stop, and they just can't do it. They do it right there, though. We'll see what happens here on 4th down. After that, injured Gators 10-2.
Derek, I have just one question for you guys. What's better than watching football on a Friday night? How about watching football on a Friday night in a brand new stadium? And that is the case for Escambia High School. They are in the running to receive $1 million stadium makeover. It's part of a competition happening nationwide. It's run by Toyota. There's 25 schools left in the running, and Escambia High is the only one in Florida. But they need our help to make it happen. The money will go to the school that has the most votes. And we have a QR code available for you all to scan. It'll take you directly to that voting page. And it may seem like a small gesture, but your vote could be the difference that gets them that $1 million. Guys, back to you.
Hey, I'm just saying, like, she's right. You know, $1 million makeover, what better? I mean, as long as they invite us to come call some games over there, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I would think so.
I'm in. Just take care of the broadcast booth there.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, we've been voting. I've been sending it to family and friends and coworkers and everything else. And so again, go on there, vote. Listen, guys, vote as many times as you can, as it'll let you. If you know how to vote 1 million times in a day, by goodness, do it. We'd love to see the Gators get that upgrade just for our area in general.
4th down and 3. And up is to Simpson, but hands it off to number 33, Chris Dunn. And he's going to be stopped at the 12-yard line, so that's going to be more than enough for a first down.
Yeah, inside the Synovus red zone. Look, a little double handoff. How about that? Dunn gets out there and blocks a little bit for Dunn. The Dunn combo equals a first down.
You should trademark that. Dunn combo.
Yeah, I don't feel like I can mess it up. You know? It's just the same word.
Clock continues to wind down. We're at about a minute left in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from about the 13-yard line.
He's going to have to hurry up at 3.
Handoff is to Simpson. Simpson takes it up the middle.
Number 3, Simpson.
And he stopped just inside the 10, down at the 9. Maybe a gain of 3 on the play.
Jason Luke, first one there for the Raiders.
Casana's helmet's come off.
Luke on the stop. 2nd down and 7.
Be the last play of the quarter, I would assume here.
That's certainly what it's looking like. Clock continues to wind down. 22 seconds and counting. 2nd down for Escambia. Dunn takes the snap. Throws it, and it is picked off.
Dunn's pass.
Picked off by Jacob Bishop.
Bishop's
once
got
again.
2. Boy, this Navarre defense just keeps giving them an opportunity. Watch this. I mean, we're talking about just driving down here. Double coverage, really bad idea by Dunn. I'm not sure what he saw trying to force it in there. But again, Jacob Bishop, the young man, punts, can get interceptions, probably plays offense if he wants, fills the water cooler, high-fives his friends, and probably makes A's.
After the interception, Jacob Bishop was brought down at the 7. So Navarre will have 93 yards travel the field to potentially tie this game up.
It's about what it was last time.
Yeah, it was.
Inside the 10. So, look, you get the big interception, you get the stop, but can the offense get out of the shadow of their own goalpost?
1st and 10 for Navarre. What we'd have to think would be the last play of the quarter. There's the snap.
Uh-oh.
Goes out to his right, scrambles back down.
That's going to be intentional grounding. Oh, boy.
Clock expires. There is a flag.
That will be a safety. Intentional grounding in the end zone. Again, I thought he was going to roll out and just throw it away, but he ran right back into pressure.
Offense. That foul occurred in the end zone. That results in a safety. And that's the end of the third quarter.
What a way to end the third quarter, Jeff.
I mean, again, right here, nothing doing. You can't turn right back around into pressure and then just tries to throw it. Nothing doing, young man.
That's going to end the third quarter. We're going to take a break. When we come back, quarter number 4 here on Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching Gene's Floor Covering, Friday Night Rivals.
It's the start of quarter number 4 here at Bennett C. Russell Stadium in Navarre. Jeff, it's been quite the game here in Navarre.
Very odd at times, I think is the best way to put it.
Raiders will kick the ball off on
again,
the safety call.
Raiders defense, regardless of giving up 22 points, they played really well. And 2 of those points are now going to the offense. Throwing the safety. We just had a intentional grounding in the end zone, and boy, how about that?
It's a punt with a lot of hang time, but not a lot of distance.
Gators into Gator territory at the 30.
And it was more along like wondering if Navarre was going to run down there to him. You know, as high as that punt was, there was nobody near him.
Right. So marked down at the 34-yard line. No, actually, it's going to be at the 33, excuse me, with Escambia taking over.
Look, Billy Dunn's he's turned the ball over a couple times now, and this Escambia offense, you think, is probably going to just try to impose their will running the football. Again, Dunn doesn't really turn the football over, but you got to credit that Navarre defense. That last pass, though, throwing into double coverage. See what they do here, and they're going to go with that split back set.
Simpson takes the snap, tries to take it to the outside with a nice gain. So he's going to be inside the 30. Actually closer to the 25, to be marked down at the 26.
Even more important, it is a 2-possession game. Now, after that safety, 9-point game. See how if that'll play a role here if Navarre can get the ball back and score.
It's going to be second down and about 4.
I thought he was tackled inbounds. I was wondering why they weren't running the clock, but I guess they said he fell out.
Again in the split back set.
Oh, boy.
Handoff is to Simpson.
Simpson on the carry.
It looked like some miscommunication there on the snap.
Yeah, Lutley's not exactly the guy you want to run into either.
No. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Just inside the 25, marked down at the 24.
Raiders looking for a stop.
But great recovery by both of them. Lutley goes up and blocks, and Simpson able to hold on to the handoff.
If you want somebody blocking for you, you want it to be Lutley.
Yeah, he'd probably be my first choice in the fantasy draft there.
All right, 3rd and 1. Dunn takes the snap, gives it to Simpson. Cuts it up through the middle, tries to take it to the outside. He's going to be marked down just to be right at the 20. So that's going to be enough for Hampton Imports first down.
That's a first down.
This is exactly what the doctor ordered for the Gators. We talked about it. Impose their will running the football, milk as much of that clock, limit the possessions for Navarre, and not put yourself in passing downs unless you absolutely have to.
1st and 10 from the 21, just outside the Synovus red zone. Handoff is to Lutley. He kind of stumbled there a little bit, but he fights. Try to get back to the line to game, maybe lost a yard on that.
Yeah, the Gators going to get into a jumbo package here. Just try to run it right down Navarre's throat, but great job beating the blocks up front, getting a tackle for loss.
It was a loss of 1. It's going to be 2nd and 11. The clock continues to wind down, just under 10 minutes left.
Don't forget, we've got our award ceremony. Haley will be passing out to the winning team here. We also have our Bowel Airmaster sack of the game, our school bus stop of the game, and the Jeans floor covering player of the game.
Got a couple of nominations.
Look at
there.
This.
Pass is complete to number 10, Adrian Battle.
Buck Battle.
Buck Battle with the touchdown.
That's 2 weeks in a row. He's got a touchdown on a very similar play. Buck Battle. This young man can do it all. Defense, offense. He was one of our players of the game. Him and Royce Jones last week, and just nobody keeping an eye on Mr. Battle.
Great play fake to Lutley. He fooled me.
Yeah, Forrest Jordan Associates. That's the generator guy's touchdown. Battle's got a couple of those to his name this year.
Escambia attempts for the extra point here.
Talked about running the football, but if passing's that easy, go for it.
Kick is up, and the kick is good as Escambia extends the lead.
Raiders 13.
All right, and with that, we are going to go to break. Escambia extends the lead here on Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching Gene's Floor Covering, Friday Night Rivals.
Here's the drone we were just talking about here before we came back from break, Jeff.
I didn't think you were allowed to fly drones over a football game like that. But who knows? You know, hey, listen, this is a complete joke, by the way. Let's say it. Could be PHS. You know, Escambia plays PHS next week. Could be Crestview's drone. Oh, it's moving. It may have heard me.
I want to give a shout out to the camera crew for that awesome
that
shot of the
awesome.
drone. That was great.
I've seen it fly over it's been hovering over the field all game. I was just kind of confused. So, but nonetheless,
looks a lot like my drone actually.
Don't say it over live television.
It is not my drone though. Escambia lining up here for the Reef Runner remodeling and repair kickoff. Riley Campbell back to kick. Way fielded just inside the 10.
Not a whole lot more after that.
Not a whole lot of gain of maybe 5 or 6. That was number 21, Noah Warrener, on the return.
Noah Warner, number 21, on the return.
Well, obviously, there 9.5 minutes left. We've seen crazier things. By the way, we've seen some of the craziest games here on Friday Night Rivals right in this
that we have
this stadium. Some wild turn of events. So not saying this is over, but for Navarre, the way things are looking, looks like they're not going to be able to pull it out tonight. Next week, a district game on the road at Crestview. It just doesn't get any easier for them. So again, you got to win those district games. You want to win every game, but they got Crestview and Pace left in the district. We know how good Pace is.
Actually see Pace next week.
Yes, you will.
Roman Marshall back to pass.
Here we go.
Pass it, and it is caught by Marquez White. He's still fighting. He's still on his feet. He's still on his feet.
Face mask.
And there's the flag. But what a play after the catch by Marquez White.
We just said some of the craziest things that's ever happened on Friday Night Rivals has happened right here, and then we see this play, which may take the cake. Add on 15 more for the face mask as well. Look, he's been one-on-one. He just missed these throws, but great throw over the top. Has a step.
Foul. Face mask. Defense. Half the distance to the goal from the end of the run. First down.
I mean, he's been open tonight. That's the thing. They just haven't been able to get the ball every time. But just about every time he goes and runs a route, he's got to step on somebody.
So after one play and the 15-yard penalty, Navarre finds themselves inside the Synovus red zone, specifically at the 13-yard line. There's the snap.
Uh-oh, and then this.
Handoff is to Sanders, but Nothing there. She's going to be brought down for a loss back down at the 18-yard line.
And you see Buck Battle right there. I'm telling you, don't run my way. That ain't going to happen. Battle along with number 71, Zion Miller.
So that's going to be a loss of about maybe 5. That's going to be second down and 15. Roman Marshall still in at quarterback. White goes in motion.
Gonna throw it up again.
And the pass is incomplete. Pass was intended for number 2, Connor Hamblin. That brings up third down and long.
Solid coverage right there. Royce and Jones over the top. I mean, not a bad throw. Look, he's under pressure. Just kind of make sure he gets rid of it. Gives his guy a shot. Almost. Back of the end zone.
Third and 15. Marshall takes the snap. The pass is caught, but he was out of bounds. The pass was caught by Zeke Burgess, number 4, but as you said, Jeff, unfortunately he was out of bounds, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Yeah, great job, Joe Navin Bryant, number 6, the DB. Watch him, just right there, that's the difference, forcing him out. Boy, so close to getting the toe down.
Big fourth down here coming up for Navarre.
I would say probably Marquez White be the guy to look for. And I think Coach Bennett's going to talk to his defense about that very thing as well.
Escambia.
I think Bennett was thinking the same thing you were, Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff,
yeah.
You got some scores for us?
Yeah, trying to get obviously the internet here is kind of lackluster, but I will in just a minute. Our Closets by Design School Spirit. Pull these up for you. Here we go. Niceville pulls off the win at home against Godby, 17-0. Baker beats my Northview Chiefs 22-19 at home. We got a final at Blue Wahoo Stadium tonight. Booker T. Washington getting the win over PHS. The Mayor's Cup goes to the Wildcats 30-20. Choctaw rolls again 38-6 over South Walton on the road. Pace comes back to beat Madison County. How about that on the road? 20-18, folks. This Madison County team is very good. And Wakulla gets the win over Fort Walt Beach 30-22.
Yeah, Pace has been one of the most impressive teams we've seen all year.
Yes.
Fourth down coming up here for Navarre. 8:09 to go.
Uh-oh.
He takes the snap.
Look at this.
He's going to keep it. He's going to be marked out of bounds at about the 13. That's going to be way short, so Escambia is going to take over on downs.
Yeah, you got to think right there. Like you think you can get it, but you got to know where the sticks are. And maybe, if anything, just kind of throw it up, give your guy a shot on fourth down.
That again, Navarre so close.
Yep, execution.
So Escambia is going to take over on the 13-yard line as they try to extend the lead here. With 8 minutes to go in the game, Escambia up 29-13 over Navarre. Dunn takes the snap, hands it off to Simpson. Simpson tries to take it on the outside. And he is brought down at the 19. It's going to be not a gain of 6. That's going to bring up second down.
Yeah, see if this Navarre defense has got any gas left in the tank. Play their tails off tonight. But you see Escambia going to kind of run sideline to sideline, kind of wear them out a little bit more, use that athleticism they have. Again, a game that Escambia started slow in and just kept grinding away. That's what makes this team so tough. They just don't beat themselves.
Dunn keeps it. He's going to be brought down for maybe he gained a yard. He's brought down, to be marked down at the 21. It's going to be 3rd and 2 for Escambia as the clock continues to wind down.
Billy Dunn and company getting the job done so far tonight.
Getting a split back set. Dunn takes the snap, hands it off to Simpson. Simpson fights for extra yardage, and he's going to be marked down at the 27. That's enough for a first down.
Yeah, that's going to send us to our water break.
Water break, the 6-minute mark.
All right, they're going to go to a water break, and we're going to go to a break as well. We'll be back on Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching Gene's Floor Covering, Friday Night Rivals.
Escambia continues to march down the field after that first down conversion. Here on Friday Night Rivals with 6.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Dunn takes the snap, hands it off to Simpson. Spins around, tries to take it to the outside. He's fighting, but not much there. Navarre swallows him up.
Simpson's been able to get loose the past few plays right there running off tackle, but Navarre stepping up, not giving up here, making it tough.
No gain on the play, so it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Jeff, you've mentioned this. Despite the score, Navarre defensively has impressed me tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they battle. You know, their offense, they can't get much help from them, but see Billy Dunn rolling out here, trying to make
keeps it. He's brought down at the line of scrimmage, but there is a flag on the play.
That's going to be a horse collar by Jacob Bailey.
Dunn a little slow to get up. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah. Been horse collared a couple times, and my high school career was not something I like to talk about.
Horse collar tackle, defense, 15 yards from the end of the run that results in a first down.
Yeah, watch this right here. Dunn goes out, tries to stiff arm, and just the back right there. It looks like the jersey doesn't matter.
Looks like Dunn's going to come out.
Hope he's all right. That way his head slams down. Always worry about a concussion.
So after that 15-yard penalty, that's going to be a first down for Escambia. The ball will be placed at the 42-yard line. Number 19, Kyron Perry, now in at quarterback.
See if he's actually going to take the snap or if they're going to. Yep. Kyron Perry is going to be the guy.
Perry's going to keep it, tries to take it to the outside, gets tripped up after a gain of about 2, brought down at the 44-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 coming up.
I think Perry's the perfect guy to put in this situation. Obviously, you want Dunn in there, your quarterback, with him banged up. What they're trying to do and milk the clock, that adds another running back.
Absolutely.
Looks like Dunn's going to force his way back on the field. Look at Perry. Perry's trying to push him off.
Dunn says, no, I've come this far.
There we
I wanna
go.
finish it, but no, he's going to come back out.
I love it.
Yeah.
Perry's like, come on, man. Just give me something.
You got to love the competitive spirit.
That's what you love to see as a coach.
Absolutely.
Sure. They got to go. They got 5 seconds.
Perry's going to stay in at quarterback.
Yeah, that's going to be a delay of game.
Game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
So instead of 2nd and 8, it's going to be about 2nd and 13.
Still can't get him. Perry just pushing Billy Dunn. Like, get off the field. I'm here. Let me have this. You've done your part.
I would love to know what was said between those two.
I'm sure Dunn acted like I couldn't hear him. Oh, who's that? Oh, no, I'm good. And then coaches probably called him off. See Dunn told him, hey, let's go, let's go.
The clock continues to wind down. Not much there. He brought down at the 40 after a gain of maybe a yard. 4:18 left to go in the game. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 12.
Just a little bit of a quarterback left, quarterback right for the Gators. And Dunn is going to check back in. So maybe a pass here. If anything, it makes the defense think about it.
Absolutely. As Doug comes back in,
they're going to have to call a timeout.
Play clock's at 2. Going to take a timeout here.
Escambia.
Timeout. Escambia. Ladies and gentlemen, after the game, the marching bands from both schools.
Well, again, we've got the award ceremony. By the way, our trophy, beautiful trophy. If you've seen Friday Night Rivals, you know that thing is awesome. I try to get it every week, and I can't.
One of these days, you're going to get it, though. I have faith.
I don't think so, man. I'm starting to lose hope, okay?
We've still got a few weeks left in the season.
It's like being an Auburn fan, and you just say there's a shot, and then it just ripped from you. But Award Masters does a great job with that trophy. Derek, you understand. You're a Florida fan.
I was about to say, it could be worse. You could be a Florida fan.
Yeah, well.
We won't talk about that.
Yeah.
We will talk about Award Masters.
Yeah, Award Masters. Great job with the trophy. Again, we've got more hardware after the game. After Haley distributes that trophy off to the winning, which looks like it'll be the Gators here tonight. So that's 2 weeks in a row the Gators will walk away with that trophy. So maybe I will get it. Maybe I can convince Coach Bennett to give it to me. Anyway, we've got the Bowell Airmaster sack of the game, the school bus stop of the game, and our Jeans floor covering player of the game. So stick around with us after the final whistle blows.
Absolutely. 3rd and long coming up here for Escambia. Dunn takes the snap. Is up and is incomplete. This was intended for Kashawn Downs, number 4. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Kashawn Downs last week kind of took over the game when they needed to and just continued to move the sticks. This week they haven't really needed him to, per se. I mean, defense has played pretty good. Defense has been able to move the ball, running the football, by the way. We were talking about number 22 for him, our scholar athlete. For Navarre, 22, that's Curtis Sanders. But running the football with Simpson and Lutley, I mean, they've controlled the clock. I think this is kind of how this Escambia team is going to be. They're not going to go put 45 on people.
Right.
They're going to wear you down with their defense. They're going to possess the ball. They're going to limit the possessions on the other side. And again, this is an Escambia team that they've got to beat Pine Forest, and they lock in playoffs. Well, right now, things are looking like this team is starting to peak a little bit.
Offside. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
It's going to be encroachment against the Raiders.
Still 4th down.
Punting unit's going to remain on the field.
Great job just to get it off.
Right.
The heat was coming.
Ball takes an Escambia bounce and is going to stop at about the 23-yard line.
Raiders.
As Navarre takes over.
Could be the final possession for the Raiders. See what happens here. Speaking of Florida Gators, big game tomorrow.
Yeah, one would say.
Listen, we talked about it before. People have called the upset. You know, you're obviously as a Gator fan, your defense is much like this Gators team, pretty darn good. I mean, Arch Manning, he's struggled when he's played half decent people. So who knows? You're at home.
Crazier things have happened.
It's the right place to happen too.
All right, 1st and 10 for Navarre. Roman Marshall still in at quarterback.
Oof.
Pass is complete to Marquez White, but he is met with a big hit.
And to Jalen Benjamin.
By Jalen Benjamin, yes.
And Marquez White has had a heck of a night and has been busy all night, but not going to let him get loose that time.
So that's going to be 2nd down and 10. Marshall takes the snap. Pass is once again incomplete, but there is a flag.
that was wild. Terrion Carter jumped over the back of the receiver. I'm not 100% sure if the ball was going for him or not, but if it was, there was no shot he was going to catch it.
See what the call is.
15-yard penalty that results in a first down.
Man, oh man, check this replay out, see if we can catch it. Yeah, right there. That's the easiest call. And no shot for Mr. Connor Hamlin to get his paws on that one.
So with that 15-yard penalty, that's going to be Hampton Imports first down for Navarre. 2:58 left to go. Ball's at the 39. Pass is complete. Marquez White with the completion, and he's going to be marked out of bounds at the 46, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
Marquez White having plenty to say for the Escambia secondary. They've been talking all night, like a little move right there. White is a special player.
That he is. That he is. All right, 1st and 10 from the 46. Marshall takes the snap. Pass is complete. Once again to Marquez White. Be marked down at the 38-yard line. A bit short of the line to gain. It's going to be 2nd down and 2.
That is a special receiver for the Raiders.
Clock continues to wind down. Crossing the 2-minute mark left in the game. 2nd and 2 for Navarre. Trying to close the gap. Marshall takes the snap, but he's under pressure. He keeps it, takes it to the outside. Runs out of bounds. Marked down at the 26.
That's a Raider first down.
And he once again moves the chains. Well, we do have a flag.
It's thrown late. To see what this is about.
So now it is a first down for Navarre. Wait and see what the call is here.
Sportsmanlike conduct, defense, distance to the goal.
Yeah, I mean, they've been jawing back and forth. You knew somebody was going to get caught eventually. Roman Marshall, by the way, White was open running across the middle. You saw him right there, but Marshall takes off. Big first down for the Raiders.
So with the extra yardage, Navarre is back in the Synovus red zone. 1st and 10 from the 13.
Synovus red zone getting that shout out at least one more time tonight.
Absolutely.
Well, they got an overloaded set on that right side.
Marshall in at quarterback. He takes the snap. He's going to keep it. Stopped by number 55 for Escambia, Justice Payne. after maybe a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, they're going to run the quarterback power to the weak side.
Navarre.
And nothing doing.
Looks like Navarre's going to take a timeout here.
So we get one more chance here to get our school spirit scores right here. Red Closets by design. Get some finals around here as it is almost 10:30. We talked about Niceville winning 17-0 at home. Baker beating Northview 22-19. Booker T. Washington at Blue Wahoo Stadium tonight for the Mayor's Cup, winning 30-20 over PHS. Choctaw 38-6 over South Walton. Pace pulling it out right there, 20-18 over Madison County, and again Wakulla over Fort Walton Beach on the road, 30-22.
Thanks once again to Closets by Design, and thank you, Jeff, for those scores. A 2nd down and 9 for Navarre. Marshall rolls out to the outside,
wide open,
and it is caught for the touchdown. That was number 11, Brody Powers, with a touchdown catch.
Yeah, Brody Powers. He's made some big plays tonight. But again, Navarre just keeping the hopes alive right here at Forrest Jordan Associates. That's the generator guy's touchdown. Beautifully thrown ball by Mr. Roman Marshall.
So with that touchdown, Navarre closes the gap. Now Navarre has 19 to Escambia's 29. Looks like they're going to...
They got to go for 2.
Yeah, looks like they are going to go for 2, actually.
If you get it here, then you're still 8 down, but you got to get that onside kick and give yourself a shot. First things first, got to get this 2-point conversion.
Roman Marshall staying in at quarterback. White in motion.
Uh-oh.
Marshall's under pressure, and he is brought down for a huge loss. 2-point conversion is no good.
Right there, Malachi Landrum stepping up, number 22. When it matters the most, young man making a big play and preventing this Navarre Raider comeback. 71 right there. We've called his name a couple of times. Mr. Zion Miller finishing him off as well.
And Miller with the big stop. Minute 31 left to go. Navarre down by 10, and this has actually been quite the competitive game, Jeff.
Yeah, you kind of wish that Navarre would have got the 2-point conversion, so, you know, if they could get this onside kick, they still got life. But that failed attempt right there is basically all she wrote for them. But, man, it's a tough game for Navarre. This team will go 0-6 next week, be on the road for a district matchup at Crestview. So even though you look at the record and you say, well, they're 0-6, if they win their next 2, which are tough, by the way, Crestview, we saw what they've done this year, picking it up a little bit, and then Pace later on in the year. We know how tough Pace is. But, again, you're still alive. You still got a chance. So we'll see what happens moving forward. Escambia will get to face PHS for the Ye Old Wash Boiler. Historic matchup. 2 schools have been around just about forever, as long as Pensacola has.
Do you know how old the washboard is?
It's a boiler. It's like a
boiler,
big wash tub looking thing, like a big bowl.
See, there's the onside kick.
Not gonna do it
looks
again.
like it's going to fall just short of the 10 yards.
Penalty markers come in.
As we see the flags.
I don't even know if you're Escambia why you even get near it. It didn't get far enough. Just get out of the way.
Wait and see what the call is here.
Been quite a few flags here tonight. Not exactly the cleanest game.
We have seen worse.
Kicking team, 15-yard penalty, first down Escambia.
So with that 15-yard penalty, looks like they're going to spot the ball inside the 35, maybe the 33. Excuse me, the 34. So that'll be 1st and 10 for Escambia as we enter the final minute and a half of this matchup.
It's homecoming matchup.
This homecoming matchup, absolutely.
First and 10 for the Gators.
Hand off to Lutley, takes it to the outside. For a gain of a couple, he's just inside the 30, down at the 29.
I think the Escambia Gators will move to 2-4 on the year and get their first winning streak officially.
Yeah. You know, mentioning homecoming, you'll notice our colleague Christian Garman's not here tonight. His daughter's actually in the homecoming court at West Florida, so he's being a proud parent tonight.
Yeah, by the way, last I saw on that score, it was 35-6 West Florida over Gulf Breeze.
Not a bad homecoming.
No. Look at this. This is what we're talking about with Lutley, by the way. How'd you like with
fights for the first down?
Less than a minute left. You got to go in there and tackle this bowling ball.
On the coverage on the far side.
So Lutley with the nice gain here, and I believe that is going to be enough for the first down.
And we'll get one more playoff.
Again, the bands from both high schools will perform after the...
Well, Coach Bennett going to go 2-0 past 2 weeks here on Friday Night Rivals back-to-back. We've gotten to see this team get better. I mean, obviously, you say get better. They've been good all year. They did have a problem turning the ball over early on in the year, but they also played some pretty darn tough schools. Much the same can be said about Navarre as well. But
he called his shot.
Yeah.
So with that, that's going to do it for Escambia at Navarre. Escambia takes the win 29-19 here as time expires.
Listen, here's the thing. We've got some awards to give out and everything else, but stay with us when we come back from break. Again, final right here, Escambia 29, Navarre Raiders 19. We got plenty coming for you after break.
You're watching Gene's Floor Covering, Friday Night Rivals.
Back here on Friday Night Rivals, Escambia with the win. Let's send it down to Haley for our award presentation.
All right, guys, I'm here once again with Escambia head coach Mike Bennett. Coach, congratulations on an absolutely outstanding win tonight. What was the key to success in tonight's game?
Well, we moved the football and just played as a team. Our defense did a heck of a job. Had too many penalties again and too many turnovers, so we have to clean that up.
Now, it was just last week that you all secured your first win of the season. You're on the road tonight with your second victory. How does it feel?
Oh, anytime you win, it feels good. I mean, losing never is good. So, but you know, we're just getting better and better, and I know we're going to get better and better. Now we got a big one for the Tub next week. I can't wait.
All right, for the second week in a row now, we want to crown you all as the champions of Friday Night Rivals. Congratulations! All right, well deserved, guys.
Escambia, second week in a row, our Friday Night Rivals trophy winners, of course brought to you by Award Masters. But Jeff, we've got more awards to give out.
Yeah, by the way, I'm pretty sure Escambia's got way too many trophies over the years from us. Coach Bennett, with all the trophies he's won in the past years, maybe I can get one from him. But anyway, you're right. We've got plenty to get to. And we'll start off with the school bus stop of the game.
This is the school bus stop of the game. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
I mean, we could have got plenty of choices tonight, the way this Escambia defense played. Navarre played well as well, but how about that? Watch this. Just checks in the game, by the way. This is his first snaps, and oh my goodness, Justice Payne. Look, Justice Payne, I felt like I snubbed him last week a little bit as a player of the game as well. He played great with Buck Battle and Royson Jones, but I'm going to get you back this week, Mr. Payne. You deserve right here our school bus stop of the game. That's form tackle. That is as good as it gets, big fella. Congratulations. Moving on, we got our Boutwell Airmasters sack of the game. Check this out. So, you're backed up into your own end zone, and, well, what do you need to do? Well, not that right there. Roman Marshall gets slung down. Zion Miller, where are you going, fella? That, by the way, that was intentional grounding in the end zone, and if you're playing score at home, that's 2 points as a safety for the defense, and that's kind of the night it was for Navarre on offense. Again, Navarre's defense played really well tonight, regardless of the score, but just nothing doing, and you cannot run back into the teeth of that defense because these guys are for real. All right, the moment everybody's been waiting on, or maybe it's just us, Derek, I don't know. Our jeans floor covering player of the game, none other than number 2. That's Daniel McDaniel. Not Daniel, not McDaniel. That's Daniel McDaniel. That young man on defense, on offense. Look, interception. He's got 2 touchdowns on offense. I mean, when they needed a big play, he came up over the middle. I mean, look, that's easy pickings right there for that young man. He was all over the field. I love guys that play Iron Man football. If you don't know what that is, that's both ways. You just don't see it enough anymore. And Daniel McDaniel not only plays both ways, but is an impact player on both sides of the football. And you know what? Look at that. That was huge right there. I mean, just bodying up the defender and making a big play. Man, Daniel McDaniel, well-deserved young man, our jeans floor covering player of the game.
Outstanding night from Daniel McDaniel. Next week, Jeff, we'll be traveling to Tate for week 8.
Yeah, I will be out that week, but Christian will be back finally. So, look, you guys got a heck of a game on your hands right there.
No, I'm excited for it. We'll definitely miss you, but we'll see you back in a couple of weeks. On behalf of Haley Samples, Daniel Hemme, our producer, Jack Canavan, our director, and the entire Friday Night Rivals crew, I'm Derek Diamond, and we'll see you guys back here next week on Friday Night Rivals.
Okay, they can't stop what they can't hold. Can't rock where they can't go. Can't top and just can't flop, cause I know the things they can't know. But listen, we're in my position. You gotta go take yours on a mission. Where every decision is like with a great yo. And I ain't gonna let it go to me, dog. Now picture me fall to the wayside where I can't slide to the point where they're really in my face. I'm not looking for sympathy or empathy in my frenzy. It's me against that world, cause the world seems to be against me. I'm rolling. And they ain't gonna roll over me cause I'm going. Taking everything that I see and that's sold to me, you know it. You know that I'm gonna rise above, I'm showing. The word that I was put here to do the things that you know it's me. Against the world, I got my life, I got my girl. It's what I need, it's what I want. You wanna try me, well here it go. Yeah, you know it's me. Against the world.
Closed captioning for Friday Night Rivals is sponsored by Baptist Healthcare.